Live from Golden Eagle Stadium on the campus of Oro High School, Touchdown Productions, celebrating 16 years of high school sports television, is proud to present the inaugural All-City Small School Football Classic. Today, the North Stars take on the South All-Stars. It's the first ever Small School All-Star Contest, and all the action starts right here, right now. It's your NorCal Game of the Week. The best small school football players in Sacramento area get to lace it up one more time here at Oro High School as we unwrap our coverage of the inaugural Small School Football Classic. Good evening, football fans, wherever you are across our worldwide audience. This is Pete Dufour alongside me, Brian Combs, handling our stats today and commentary, Matt Folsom. And our executive producer and director is Gilbert M. Dominguez, joined by the Touchdown Production sports team of Daniel Paddock, Remington King, Gerald Davenport, and Ruben Polanski.
That's right, Pete. And you know, most All-Star games only feature the big school players with the D1 athletes. But Mike Finnerty and Joe Davidson came up with an idea of having another game with the All-City Small School All-Star game to honor these kids who do not have the luxury of going to a big school but can really still play the game.
And it's a very special honor to play in any All-Star game. And these players, their schools and families are really excited about this game, and they're going to make the most of it today.
We're looking forward to it. Of course, the weather. We never know who's watching this football game, by the way, and might be some scouts out there and somebody that wants to take another look at these kids. And certainly they all deserve this kind of recognition and attention that they may not get because they play for smaller schools. And so it's a great idea that Mike and Joe came up with, and we're proud to be a part of it in support of their efforts. You can see there the rain is really coming down. Now if it starts to go up, we got a real problem, but so far it's coming down, and that's a good sign that you know, things are working the way they're supposed to. It is kind of cold, and the temperature is dropping. The earlier game today, the Optimist All-Star football game, was blessed with great conditions, just a slight sprinkle throughout different parts of the game. They had rain before and rain after, and then we were all clear until just before going on the air to start this one. You see the players warming up there. That is the South squad that is warming up, and there's a good close-up shot of them. You see they're all in short sleeves, but you know they're chilly. Once they get going, they'll be fine. But this is going to be an interesting game to watch, especially under these weather conditions. But these are all-stars, and we are expecting them to perform quite well. And we'll be right back for the start of this game and the pregame announcements in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Jason Hommel from the JH Mint. We have boxes of Silver American Eagles that people buy by the truckload to protect their portfolios from inflation. Our new X-ray F-gun can assay your gold ring in seconds. You can contact us online at jhmint.com. We have up-to-the-minute prices available in-store and online, or you can visit us in Grass Valley, down in Auburn, closer to Sacramento. You can also sign up to our email newsletter at silverstockreport.com. Inflation is picking up steam, and you need silver and gold to protect yourself from inflation. You can get silver and gold right here at JH Mint.
B&C is your neighborhood home and garden center for both builders and consumers. They carry everything you need. In their garden center, you'll find a complete nursery along with expert advice on trees, shrubs, perennials, and garden enhancements. They're open 7:30 to 6 Monday through Saturday and 8 to 5 on Sunday. So start right, start here at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center in the Fowler Center, Grass Valley.
Are you ready to buy or sell your home or property? Placer Title is your local title and escrow company located right here in the heart of Nevada County. We combine the stability of a national insurer with all the benefits of on-site title and escrow professionals. Being voted the best title company by the union readers for the past 7 years is a true testament to our local roots and unparalleled customer service. Stop by one of our 2 convenient locations, and thank you for keeping your business local.
The Hauser family reminds you if it's round, rubber, and it rolls, then you're sure to find it at Plaza Tire and Auto Service. From regular car and truck tires to small specialty tires for your trailers and golf carts, you can trust Plaza Tire has the tire for you. They stake their reputations on it every day. Plaza Tire and Auto Service. Auto repair done on your schedule, not theirs, in Penn Valley, Nevada City, and in Colfax. It's the 36 Hours of Christmas on NCTV, featuring performances by the NU Choir, the NU Band, Claude Hedgate's Christmas from the Past, the Placer-Hillman Choir and Placer-Hillman Band, and Center for the Arts Winter Dance, and many, many more. It's the 36 Hours of Christmas from 12 noon till 12 midnight, only on NCTV.
Okay, we're back. We're back, and there you go. There's the logo in the center of the field for Oro High School. They put in the turf surface about 5 years ago here at Golden Eagles Stadium in Loomis, and it has become a very, very good venue to watch football games. Of course, we were remember the battle at the Capitol that was going on, the battle for veterans, and they have done a lot of showcases here at Del Oro. They have good visitors seating, which you see in the background. And you're looking here at the South squad, and the South squad is coached by Drew Rickert of Bradshaw Christian, along with Matt Smith, Andre Johnson, Carlos Wilson, Bob Haney, and Phil Grams with Capital Christian, and Bruce Pilestick with Woodland Christian. That team there that you're looking at walking to the end zone is the North All-Stars, and they are coached by Terry Logue and Scott Savoy, the co-head coaches at Bear River. They have with them one of their assistants, Chris Bean, who runs the JV team, as well as Ron and Don Barney and Justin Lorento, all from Mesa Verde. And again, there's your South squad as well. So I guess the dividing line for North versus South, somewhere around the Roseville area. Bear River has 6 players in the game, including Jerry Furman, who's an offensive tackle, Cody Hurd, a very fine running back and linebacker who had 3.7 yards per carry on the season. And let me know if we should get to the national anthem here in just a little bit. But they are going to announce the starting the players, the rosters for the South. So let's go to the PA announcer, I guess, and we'll hear from him.
Assistant coach, also from Bradshaw, Matt Smith. Assistant coaches from Capital Christian High School, Andre Johansson, Carlos Wilson, Bob Haney, and Phil Grants. And from Woodland Christian, Bruce Pilestick. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here are your All-Stars from the South. Number 1, center wide receiver, defensive back, Robert Gervais. Liberty Ranch linebacker, quarterback, Jacob Pitts. Number 3, from Center High School, wide receiver, defensive back, Jake Tolentino. Number 4, fourth running back, Trey Leon. Number 5, from Capital Christian, quarterback, defensive back, Matt Bailey. Number 6, Capital Christian linebacker, Andrew Peterson. Number 7, Capital Christian defensive back, Nick Whalen. Number 8, Capital Christian running back, Quentin Kirk. Number 9, McComas defensive end running back, Mitchell O'Neill. Number 10, Bradshaw Christian running back, Logan Luton. Number 11, Vacaville Christian linebacker, Kyle Water. Number 17, Union Mine running back, Shanto. Number 21, Christopher Ray running back, Tyler Williams. Number 22, Skipper running back linebacker, Ron Belair. Number 25, Liberty Ranch Party and defensive end, Shonix. Number 30, West Campus quarterback inside linebacker, Terrence Hathaway. Number 31, Red Sox Christian wide receiver safety, Luis Romero. Number 33, Delta quarterback, Chris Covington. Number 42, Dixon linebacker, Nick Barnett. Number 34, Jacksonville Christian wide receiver linebacker, Justin Crabtree. Number 44, Christian fullback linebacker, Corey Hall. Number 50, Christian linebacker, Nico Chicoya. Number 52, center linebacker, Hester Robbins. Number 53, Woodland Christian lineman and defensive lineman, Brandon Wicks. Number 54, Christian center and linebacker, John Eldridge. Number 55, both tackle and defensive tackle, Joe Vittoria. Number 57, Christian tackle and defensive end, Josh Watkins. Number 60, tackle Christian lineman and defensive lineman, Brandon Rosner. Number 61, Union Mine lineman and defensive tackle, Avi Ahuna. Number 66, Red Sox Christian lineman, defensive lineman, Zach Randall. Number 70, Christian defensive tackle, Roman Ortiz. Number 77, Woodland Christian offensive lineman, John Perry. Number 88, guard wide receiver, Thomas Whitley.
Alex.
And somebody you don't have, I think, for number 78, biggest guy on the whole team. There he is.
79. Oh. You know, that's your South All-Star team right there. The last guy, I'm not sure who he was, but he looked like Roman Ortiz, big fella. All right, let's look at the North All-Stars and maybe talk a little bit about some of these teams. And right away we have a number 1 that we don't have. We don't have a player for. A lot of number changes on this North squad. There's Terry Logue, of course, longtime Bear River head coach, who's now a co-head coach with Scott Savoy and Chris Bean, one of his assistants. Don Barney, head coach, longtime head coach at Mesa Verde. His brother Don Barney and Justin Laurento from the Mesa Verde Mavericks there in the green coming out. Now this will be interesting. We might find out who number 1 is.
Highlands quarterback, defensive back, Chappelle Morris.
Yeah, Chappelle Morris. We don't have we don't know what number Chappelle is. Apparently he's not going to answer the call. So, but Robert Dotson is going to be the first one to come out. We don't have a number 1. I see a number 1 standing in line there, but we don't have a number 1 for him. Oh, it's Tevin Kimball. Dominic Fuse is number 4. Josh Merritt from Mesa Verde.
Number 5, Placer running
back. We got to look at this guy quite a bit. Isaac Brace, figured to be carrying the ball a lot tonight from the Placer Hillman, and there run the wing tee, as will Terry Logue and Scott Savoy. Jake Savoy, an outstanding linebacker, and the coach's kid is going to play linebacker. Tegan Mowry from Valley Christian.
Number 9. Encina, defensive end, Rashawn Richardson.
Maybe he'll get to it here in just a little bit. There's Dylan Smith, an outstanding quarterback from Bear River. Imagine he's going to be playing a lot, and he'll be throwing to Tevin Kimball, an outstanding wide receiver and teammate of his. Tommy Sawyer with Forest Hill. We saw him in the championship game for D6. Tevin Kimball is number 1. And Adam Sewell being announced, number 23.
Number 20 from Bear River, running back
Cody Hurd Cody's coming out here. Cody's got a big pad on his right hand. I hope he's okay. And Daniel Duncan from Marysville, the Marysville Indians. Now here's Tevin Kimball being announced. Got some of these things out. Tevin was wondering if he was going to get into the game here. Come on, I know the coach. You got to let me in. To Carlos Charleston from Encina. Now Encina probably known more for David Wineland, the 1961 grad in October, won the Nobel Prize in Physics. But they got a football player or two. And there's Kevin Mott from San Juan. Number 25, Caleb Van Patten from Valley Christian. And Deion Blakely, number 22, is coming out from Lyndhurst. Good kid. We met one of his teachers today. He said he's a very good kid. Wes Archbold, the bell cow for the Forest Hill Wildfires team this year. Outstanding running back and linebacker. Tony Suverkrop, leading tackler for the Placer-Hillman team that went 11-1 this year. Outstanding defensive unit led by that young man. Then there's Michael Robinson, who played linebacker on that defense and was the fullback, maybe the bell cow, if you will, for the Placer-Hillman. And then there's Xander Mishler from Golden Sierra, team that won their league and made the playoffs. And Brian Berube, number 26, is going to play a tight end in this ball game. Zach Winter from Bear River, an outstanding linebacker, number 52 there. Patrick Miles, who we saw in that section championship down at Galt. Brian Sabins. Mike Sabins, of course, longtime coach at Placer, and Brian Sabins making a name for himself as well on that 11-1 Placer team. Ryan Echeverria from Golden Sierra. Looks like he's probably not going to go tonight. Got something wrong with his left foot there. Corey Wilhelm's going to run up his back if he doesn't hurry. Corey, big lineman from Colfax. Did you see that nice move he made to get around the outside?
He's quick.
He's very quick. Michael Montana from Highlands. Josh Bowden from Valley Christian. And you got another familiar face for those of you in Touchdown Production lands. We have Jerry Furman from Bear River.
Number 77.
And Nathan Dixon, I hear that Nathan is going to be out, but there he is in pads, so maybe he is going to see some action. And Alex Johnson, number 78 from Mesa Verde. And there's your North All-Stars, again coached by the head coaches at Bear River, Terry Logue and Scott Savoy. So exciting moment for these players and their families and their friends as they're out here in an all-star game, being recognized by their peers. And again, Mike Finnerty and Joe Davidson taking a look at all the stats and talking with coaches in the all-league presentations. And here's Mike Finnerty right now. Let's go down on the field and hear from Mike.
You couldn't ask for better weather, right? Rain is football weather. Come on! First one. First of all, we'd like to thank our sponsors. If there weren't any sponsors, we would not have this game. To my left is Clara Lee of Sure West. Big thanks to her. Big thanks. We have Jim Courage of Courage Pools, Gloria Tokunaga and Gates, Nilo Acura, Placer Title, Benny, and a big thanks to the Character Combine, Del Oro High School, Jason Taylor here at Character Combine. Big thanks to him. I'm sorry, Jason Harper. My mind's getting wet. And of course, Del Oro head coach Casey Taylor for hosting this game and helping us put this on. Back to you, John. Thank you, everyone.
All right, that's Mike Finnerty with Sure West. If you were to Google Sure West Sports, you would come up with Mike Finnerty's programs, and he runs a weekly program he puts on the internet, and it features interviews and highlights from all over the Sacramento area, and it's great. It really is, and of all sports too, not just football and basketball, but all sports. Does a great job. Here's our national anthem.
So proudly stripes and bright stars through the perilous sky. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red blaze upon bursting in air gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, wave for the land and for the free and the home of the
All right, I guess we're about ready for some football here. National anthem, the North squad there on the right heading over to the far sideline, and the South squad coming to the near sideline. So the South squad will be the home team on the scoreboard, which right now is reading 0-0. 12 minutes quarters we're going to have. Don't know if we'll have any restrictions on defenses allowed to blitz or any of that stuff. These coaches have put these offense and defenses together in very short order, and both coaches are going with the offenses, Brian, that they run during the regular season. Josh Rickard and Logan Savoy are going with a wing T offense, and that's going to be interesting to see how quickly they can teach that to their offensive linemen especially.
Well, you know, I think most coaches will just stick to the programs they run because they probably would figure that's the easiest thing for them to teach and just get a few plays in. I don't think you're going to have the full playbook, obviously, but some basic plays. You know, there's no matter what your offense is, you've got fullback dives and you have sweeps and a couple passing plays. Matt
Folsom, you know, you're somebody who's out in the cold a lot. I know you're shaking right now. The weather, I mean, it's chilly, a little rainy. I mean, this is obviously one of the first cold storms that we've had of the year, and these kids have not really, most of them have not played in this cold of weather, at least not this year.
Well, you know, I'm not sure it makes any difference. Obviously, it'll affect the passing game a little bit. It may affect, you know, learning the wing T. It may take a few plays away from that limited playbook. But, you know, this is an all-star game. These guys are really happy to be here. And you know, I think they're going to play. They're not going to let the weather affect them. They're football players.
You see the coin toss going on. Let's Larry Timmons, in the white hat, an outstanding referee, been with NCOA for many, many years. The gentleman on the right side next to the huddle will be the umpire, and that's Ray Pulley. And then you've got 4 other guys. I don't know them right off the bat, but they are all volunteering their time today, as NCOA officials always do for these Optimist games. They're not officially working for NCOA today. They're all volunteering their time in support of this ball game. The Mike and Joe game. Mike Finnerty and Joe Davidson, they did had the thought about doing this last year. Looks like the South team has won the toss and they have elected to receive. And so there you go. Coin toss is over. Officials take a few notes. I'm sure that they have talked about it in the locker room. Any fouls we see, make them really big fouls, or not throwing flags, because this game is about the kids and let it go. In the Optimist All-Star game, we had, I believe, about 100 points scored.
95.
95 points.
95. 61-34. North over the South.
Matt Folsom was our PA announcer for that game.
What a great experience. It really was fun being a part of it, especially with the weather. It was nice being in the press box.
Yes, indeed. Best seat in the house here.
You bet.
Golden Eagle Stadium, and we've got the excitement for this game, for this small school, has been building for quite some time, and now they're all ready to kick it off. And although it is chilly, about 46 degrees at game time, and again a little wet, we are at least not in the middle of a downpour that we had just a moment or two for the warm-up section of the evening's events, as it did come down pretty good there. So we're going to see who is going to be kicking off for the North, and it looks like Alex Johnson was out talking to the official last. And deep to receive, Matt or Brian. It looks like it's going to be Juwan Belair. And also on the other side over there, looks like Quentin Kirk will be a kick returner with Capital Christian. So we're about ready to go. He'll be kicking off Johnson with the wind. Actually, the wind has finally died down here, but it has been at his back most of the pregame. It's a low line drive kick, and it's taken by Belair at the 15-yard line. Gets it up to about the 30. Still on his feet, trying to find a hole. Cross the 30 to the 35, about the 36-yard line. Loses his helmet, but hey, not a bad way to start the game. And I think we're going to be seeing a lot of that young man tonight, and we're going to be calling his name quite a bit. Juwan Belair, over 2,000 yards rushing for Center High School this year, and just an outstanding running back. It'd be very difficult to bring him down with just the first hit. You really got to swarm around that guy. So what do we have? We're going to switch balls here. I guess they're going to have to.
I think they're going to do that a lot.
I think you'll probably see a towel or two out there. All right, so, and right away they come out with trips to the left, and the pass is actually a bounce pass. That is a lateral, and it's downfield, and it's kind of a trick play, and it's going to work for a big pickup on that. That's about a 60-yard play. It's a bounce pass lateral. That's a legal play, and I've never seen it before, but it is legal. And it was Terrence Galloway from West Campus who was down to receive that one. And the pickup on that play, Matt Folsom.
48 yards.
48-yarder to start this ball game. And Larry Timmons is trying to get the clock to start. Going to start winding that clock, and we're ready to roll. And is that Belair again? And he's down to about the 15-yard line. So pick up about 3. Let's take a look at that pass play now. Again, he threw the ball into the ground. That's a legal play, but boy, you're sure risking a bad bounce there. And then the forward pass was from Tevin Kimball, number 1, who threw that ball, wasn't it? And it was 31 on the reception. Want to get that right. 31 is Romero who caught that ball. This play going nowhere. Yes. Looks like just a quick wrap up there. Tibbetts from Liberty Ranch. So looking forward to the quarterback at Tibbetts from Liberty Ranch. Right half Sean Toe. Left half's going to be Juwan Belair. Receiver Romero. And Hall will be the fullback. Another receiver will be Whitley. You'll be seeing them in there a lot. And here is a handoff up the middle, and that's going to be a pickup there. Was that 41 or?
That was 44.
Corey Hall, the fullback. And now mass substitutions for the South, as they're very close to a first down now, about 4th and less than a yard. You got to get to about that soccer stripe there. And I'm going to guess Hall's going to get the ball here as they line up with a full house power backfield. And now we have a penalty on the play. And it's a substitution violation. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty to back him up and make it 4th down and about 5.5 to go.
You know, those kind of penalties kind of expect a little bit just because you have new players, new coaches. It'll be something that just happens periodically. But, you know, back to that one play real quick, the first play. That's not something you do on a natural turf field.
No. Got to be a nice, smooth field.
Unless you're College of the Sequoias. They do it all the time.
All right, so now it's just going to be power and run behind the running backs. And he's all the way down to about the 10-yard line. Going to be very close to the first down, but I think he might be a little short. That was Sean Toe with that direct snap. And they didn't make it. And the South is held. So it'll be the South taking, the North rather, held, and they'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line. So after the trickery, the rest of the drive just kind of stalled out, and it'll be the North squad taking over. Isaac Brace in the backfield along with, looks like, Dotson. And Dotson gets the ball, comes near side, and he's going to be brought down. A short gain there. And on the stop was Corey John. I thought I saw number 7 out there, Nick Warland from Capital Christian. And on the stop. And so 2nd down, about 9 to go. Those are really dark blue uniforms you're looking at that are soaking wet already. And so they're midnight blue. Now 2 new running backs in the backfield. And in running for his life, the quarterback throwing at the last second. It is incomplete. And that is Dylan Smith from Bear River trying to run out of trouble there. And so it'll be 3rd down now and about 10.
They're down 9 from the 10.
So it's Mike Sabins, the center from Placer, and also in the backfield, Isaac Brace's teammate. There's a couple of Bear River Bruins out there. Tevin Kimball, the wide receiver, very fine wide receiver, is going to split out to the right. And his quarterback, Dylan Smith, going to probably maybe look for him here. Those two connected quite a bit this year. Smith gets the snap from the gun and looking, rolling, trying to pass, having to run again. And he trips over the 10-yard line there, gets out to about the 15. And the North team will have to punt. So the offense is sputtering a little bit here in the early go.
Typical of all-star games, besides the jitters, defensive, more reaction and just, their skill levels are just hunt the puck and hunt the puck.
Is that
until where I've been all week?
Hockey, been a little hockey going on.
Just hunt the ball, carry down, and react. Whereas offenses, you got more of a cohesiveness that needs to be built in as this game goes on.
Deep to receive is it looks like Tolentino from center is standing at about the 50-yard line, or is that Gervais? One of the two. Can't see because he's turned sideways. Nice baby blue helmet though. Uh-oh, another terrible punt, and it gets all the way out to about the 50, and it's going to be let go there by Tolentino. A wise move to get out of the way, and it ends up being a great punt. What do I know? All the way down to the 43-yard line for the South, and they'll take over in their own territory. And we have about 7:57 to go here in the first quarter. You can see no score and so score, and in both cases it's 0. But this is our small school all-star game.
Brian, you talked earlier about the jitters of an all-star game. Certainly true in the first game where it was 9-7 after the first quarter, and then the North scored 24 points in the second quarter.
Here's a handoff to a Dixon Ram running his way into there. That's Nick Ivanovich. Or rather, Corey Hall of Dixon. They've got 2 good running backs, 42 and 44. Wilhelm
on the tackle.
Or Colfax on the tackle. You can just go ahead and say that. And you guys get into this ball game a little bit here. Don't rely on me the whole night. I tell you what, there's too many new names to learn. There's a handoff again, and that time it was Corey Hall again, and he bangs forward for a couple. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and about 7 for the South squad.
Number 77, Nathan Dixon from Forest Hill on the tackle, 5'10", 210.
Big guy, and got to play in the section championship game. Forest Hill in that championship game 2 years in a row down at the Great Bowl in Lodi. All right. Now the pitch going around the left side, and that's Sean Toe again, and he is not able to pick up the 1st down either. So 4th down and about 5, and the South has a decision here. Coach Rickert is he going to punt, or is he just going to call timeout? No, we got an injured player on the play.
Number 45, Xander Mischler from Golden Sierra.
And he was the man on the tackle. Looked like he got a knee from Sean Toe.
Hey, ways to watch: Comcast Channel 11, Suddenlink Channel 16, Wednesday 8:30, Saturday 8 o'clock and 11 o'clock, and Sunday at 10 p.m. www.nevadacountytv.org. 8 ways to watch Touchdown Productions. Wave Broadband AC TV, Channel 20 in Auburn. YouTube.com, username Game of the Week. And Touchdown Productions is your voice at the Foothills for some 16 years. Don't forget the Facebook page. TheUnion.com and TouchdownProductions.com as well, as you see there. And you'll find links to all of the games on those sites. So go there and do a search for Touchdown Productions if it doesn't pop up right at you.
They got you covered. Touchdown Productions.
And this is great because, you know, us old guys didn't get to experience this when we were kids. And, you know, family that's living, far away, they can't come to the games, or friends, and everyone's got busy lives going around. They can't always make it and watch the games, and this has been a great avenue. I know over the last few years, watching my kids play as they play sports away from home now, and they don't even live here. It's fun to be able to go watch a game by just jumping on the laptop and
save
see
you
what
a lot
happens.
of money.
Yeah,
You and Mary Ann could stay home for Christmas.
Well, let's see. This last week it was Seattle and Vegas all in 1
Oh,
week.
my
So,
goodness.
yeah, I'm not traveling all those games.
Well, Mishler is up and doing well, and what a season Golden Sierra had as they managed to make it to the playoffs under their new coach, John Hilton. Adam Sewell, Ryan Echeverria, and Xander Mishler right there. Tight end, he caught 12 passes on the year, playing defense there, but a great job for Golden Sierra this year. So they're winding the clock. They're going to go for it on 4th down, and now a timeout has been called, and the timeout's been called by the North team. So we're going to talk it over a little bit more. It looked like Sean Toe, Union Mine running back, is going to be playing a little bit at quarterback or taking direct snaps. He was maybe a right half in this offense as well. But yeah.
You know, anybody that watched the Open North Division qualifying game between championships between De La Salle and Folsom, I mean, if Folsom's not going to punt in that game, why would we punt an All-Star game? Let's go for it. Let's have some fun.
Yeah, I think you're right. But the punter might say, "Hey, I want to play too."
Well, the difference in high school is that the punters usually are players.
Well, you know, and I was looking at the roster. I don't see punter anywhere on here, so I don't even think they brought one, Pete. I think they're going to go for it.
I shouldn't have said punters are normally players, because even if that's their only job, they're still a player. My apologies to every punter and parent of a punter out there. Yeah,
you'll hear about it next Wednesday.
Don't tweet it.
It's Brian Combs.
Khalil Williams is the punter that you just offended, by the way. All right, back to pass. And looking, and it's an incomplete pass. He had a man deep, but couldn't get the ball to him as Chantal was open deep. So it'll over on downs, and to answer the question that Brian asked, why punt? That's why. Because the South now has the ball in the North has the ball in South Territory as they head north from the 43-yard line of the South. Is that clear?
Yeah, that's fine. But, you know, it's at the 50. It's not like you're taking a huge hit on field possession.
I understand.
There's not a league title to win at the end.
Sawyer is the quarterback, and Big Dotson right next to him. Isaac Brace is flanked to the left, and Tevin Kimball split to the left to give to Dotson. And he is a big load to bring down. They do catch up with him at looks like about the 45.25-yard line, the 45.5. It'll be second down there. They give him, I'll give him about 3, second down and 7.
Big Joe Vittoria from Galt on the tackle, 6'5", 253.
6'5" and 253 pounds. That's a big player there. Now the tight end to the left is Brian Berube. And it looks like Dotson is standing right at the 50-yard line next to Brace. The give is to Brace, and Isaac cuts it up the middle, trying to find some running room. Got a first down. Good hard running by Isaac Brace, who did a great job in that game against center when Isaac Dotson playing the other side. Pick up a 9 yards and a first down, and that's the second first down of the ball game, one for each team now.
Yeah, the play came up the middle, and we saw this a lot as being the home announcers for Plaster on the radio. Is he's got excellent cutback vision and ability, and he took it back to the far side and found a seam, got the first down.
That was a typical Isaac Brace run right there.
Now Brace and Robinson, the two Placer running backs in the backfield together. Robinson with the handoff, waiting patiently for a hole to open up, and well, he got about 1.5 yards. It'll be second down, a little over 9 yards. Michael Robinson, outstanding linebacker and fullback on the 11-1 Placer-Hillman team for Joey Montoya. Preston Dobbins on the stop. Preston Dobbins on the stop for center, right?
From Center High School.
Oh, you know, and Dotson, I beg your pardon, I had him with center. He's with Foothill High School. Oh, a fumble, and that was Dylan's. No, that's Tommy Sawyer falling on that one. Tommy Sawyer, what an outstanding arm he has. And he has a wide receiver with him that is pretty good. And Wes Archbold, running back, who ran for over 1,000 yards, 6.6 yards per carry, and also played defense. And a little Forest Hill team played very well, getting down there to the Great Bowl in Lodi for the Division VI championship game under Jimmy Herlihy, the head coach. Sawyer now with two Placer backs right behind him and fakes to both. And here's Sawyer looking. Yep, now scrambling. Now he's in trouble. And now he's going to go down at about the 40-yard line. And that's going to bring up a 4th down and long, and the North will punt to the south.
David I hope I get this right.
Tolentino.
My apologies to David and his family. From center, 5'9", 140, came in, did a good job of keeping Sawyer, inside the pocket and wrapping him up.
Storybook season for Tommy Sawyer. Sorry, I just had to say it.
Great season for center, too. Center getting down there into the semifinals of the playoffs and the D4.
Yeah, no shame in losing to Central Catholic. I mean, that team went on to win the state championship. Although Placer did beat them early in the year.
Yeah, handily.
Well, they got a good lead, and they hung in there for the win and did a good job of answering back. So as you can see, that ball right there is going to be spotted at about the 19-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the South All-Stars. Let's see who they have in at quarterback. The score is no score with 3:08 to go in the first quarter. And let's see here. Bel Air is the back on the left. And they give it to him coming off right tackle near side, and he goes nowhere. He is buried in there. Looked like Zach Winter from Bear River on the stop.
Gets about a yard to near the 20-yard line.
Going to look at this replay here, Brian.
This is a typical counter option play from a wing T formation. They get it. He's trying to get in, but they do a good job of outside pursuit to cut him up the middle where the help was there.
And this play never got off. We have,
flags on the play.
I think this flag's going to be on the defense. Oh, no, it's a substitution problem again. This one for the South.
That's right.
Earlier in the previous series for the North, we saw the exchange between center and quarterback, and it's something we don't talk very much about in all-star games. Plus, with a little wet weather, is how often centers and quarterbacks practice that exchange in the regular season with their regular teams. I mean, this might be something we'll see a little more of as some muff snaps.
So 2nd down at about 15. The give is up the middle, and I don't know who has that ball, but oh, okay, it's number 33 Heffington from Delta, fullback. And this is learning 66 new names for this ball game.
That's why. And 77, Nathan Dixon once again from Forest Hill on the tackle.
Playing very well. The Wildfires. Okay, so big play got to come up here, and they're going to run it around the left side, and looks like Tibbetts from Liberty Ranch. Flags fly as he's brought down. Get back to maybe the original line of scrimmage, the 19. But let's see what we have here. Ray Pulley has the football, and he's the umpire, one of the flag throwers on the play.
I like the original call, just the sweep to the left, and just these are some outstanding athletes. These are some of the best from the small school divisions that we have.
Holding is going to be called against the offense, probably declined. And that'll bring up 4th down and punting. Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, and just, a chance to get them out on the edge and give them an opportunity to operate in some space. I just like the call.
And, I think what's interesting is So often these great offensive athletes don't always see those great defensive athletes out there running with them. And in that time, Tibbetts saw a couple of defensive players. The speed at in these all-star games is just tremendous.
Pete Dufour, Matt Folsom, who you just heard, and Brian Combs. Happy to be with you for this inaugural All-City Classic, the small school all-star football game. We have 1:49 left in the first quarter, no score. And punting the ball away, Robert Gervais from center, and he gets that one out to about the 50-yard line. And the South squad, North squad rather, will pick up from there and try to get a few first downs stitched together and see if they can't get something into the end zone.
Yeah, it's just typical from the all-star games that I've seen before in the past is that, you know, the offenses are still trying to get on track. Defense is an emotional reaction type. And, you know, the defense is usually ahead, kind of like preseason games. The defense is ahead at the beginning, and then the offense gets a chance to warm up and become more cohesive as the game goes on.
So now it's Dylan Smith at quarterback, and he has Michael Robinson to his right, and he throws it to Robinson, and Robinson loses control. It was a screen pass as they had a couple of big linemen out in front of him, so incomplete. Second down and 10, 1:32 to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, there's some. You know, here you see the quarterback dropping back, and they've got it set up. He's got the two linemen in front, and he's just a little high. He has to jump to get it, and maybe with the wet weather conditions, he just wasn't able to corral it.
So, second and 10, and Robinson is still in there, and now Smith under center. In motion is Brace. They give it to him, and behind Robinson, trying to get that outside. He gets to the edge, and I think he's got the first down or very close to it, as he looks like he gets down to about the 40-yard line, maybe more. No, more than that. 11-yard pickup or more. We're going to see it maybe down to about the 35 is where they're going to mark it.
Give it 14 yards.
Okay. 1:23 left on the clock.
So they're running the sweep to the right. You've got blocks by 44.
Michael Robinson.
And basically that was Isaac Brace using speed just to outrace everyone to the sideline and then cut it up.
Nice spot. Gave him a great spot on that play. Now Smith back to pass. He's throwing a home run ball for Timble, and it's just off his fingertips at the 15-yard line. Those two hooked up quite a bit this year, as Dylan Smith is completing 60% of his passes for about 1,500 yards, 11 touchdowns, had a QB rating of 92, and Kimball caught 52 of those passes on the year. So again, maybe just a little slippery right there, but it brings up second down and 10.
The ball was over the outside shoulder, good placement, and I thought Timble did an excellent job of adjusting his route to get over and get his hands on it.
He did. Dotson is in the backfield, but the give is to Brace coming, or no, it's not Brace. Coming around the near side is Sean Adam Sewell from Golden Sierra, and he did a nice job of getting about 7 yards on the play. We'll have one more play here in this first quarter if it's a running play, and then we'll be heading to our first quarter break. See, Brian Berube from the Placer-Hillman goes in at tight end. Dylan Smith trying to get the play in, and see what he's got here. Isaac Brace and Dotson in the backfield, the split backs behind Smith. Gives it to Dotson, and Dotson is stopped as he tried to kick it to the outside. And Preston Dobbins of center high making the stop, and that's going to do it for the end of the first quarter. We have about 10 more seconds left. I'm not sure they'll get a play off. We'll see. 15, 14. Yeah, they might just let this clock run out. I don't think they're aware yet that the clock is running down. So, yeah, looks like we're going to not get a play off. So that'll be the end of the first quarter, and they didn't get it in time. So there you go. And tell us what to do, Gil, because we're new at this. We're radio guys, you know. And so that's the end of the first quarter. No score. Both teams tied at 0, actually. So
it's a lot of fun. You know, it's a lot of fun trying to remember all these names and the numbers, and you know, we want to make sure we get everybody on here as much as we can. So my goal for the second quarter.
There's a camera over there. They tell me there's a camera up there. Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is Pete Dufour, Brian Combs, Matt Folsom, and we're here at Oro High School, Golden Eagle Stadium, and it's a lot of fun to be a part of this. This is the first annual. It'll go down in history, the first annual. Everything that happens today, Matt Folsom, a record for the All-City Classic.
They're already setting records. The first record is no passes completed by a single quarterback in the first quarter. The only pass completed was by a running back.
That was an excellent play, too. The first bounce pass we have ever seen. And I mean, I haven't seen one all year long, but it was a trick play and a lot of fun. And I guess time to pull out the trick bag, Brian.
Yeah, why not? You know, we got a 0-0 game in the first quarter, so we got new teams, new players. So let's go for it.
I'm looking forward to seeing more of this activity here in the second quarter. And back to pass, and it's complete right off the bat. Isaac Brace gets licking over there from who was that? From like Nick Moreland made that stop, but
it's good for a first down.
It'll be a first down and a Charlie horse as Brace is limping off on the far side. Yeah, he goes, why did I sign up for this? 11:52 second quarter, and the clock should be running if they wind it here.
You know, that sometimes you have, especially in the larger all-star games, you got college coaches, you know, not wanting their athletes to play, and the guys want to play.
Yeah, well, they want to play. By that, you mean they want to get after it. So Smith directing traffic, and the give is right up the middle to Daniel Duncan, Marysville running back, and he got off the blocks quick. Picked up about 5-6 yards. Second down and 5.
And we had Joe Vittoria from Galt, the 6'5", 253-pounder on the tackle. Big guy.
A lot of big guys down there in Galt. Had an outstanding season.
And they used to run the old single wing. Mr. Hatzenbuehler, Coach Hatzenbuehler, ran that for many years. Late arrival, I think, from Forest Hill. Now Dylan Smith is throwing it up, and it is caught. He caught that ball. Unbelievable catch for Dominic Fuse from Highlands.
Wow.
This is a guy, he didn't catch a whole lot of balls this year. 15 receptions, but 33 yards per catch and 5 TDs. So every third catch he had this year was a touchdown. So nice pass. Dylan Smith having confidence and just throwing that ball up.
That's his first completion, a 16-yarder, a first down for the North.
Yeah, Fuse made a nice adjustment on the route because it was thrown to his back shoulder.
He had to stop and came back to the ball. So now we have a timeout, I believe, is going to be called by the North squad. Coaches Logue and Savoy wanted to talk something over here and get it right because they are within striking distance here. We have no score, 11 minutes to go in the first half, and they want to make sure that whatever play this is, everybody's on the same page. And boy, it's hard enough during the season when you're you've got your own team and you've got a program and a system. The kids have come up through here. Think about these coaches. Yeah, they got great athletes, but they got to get them all on the same page and make sure everybody understands the play, because it only takes one guy on the line thinking we're going left when we're going right, and disaster.
Yeah, it's not like the Pro Bowl in the NFL where everyone's running pro set offenses and just plugging a few things. In high school you have such a variety of offensive schemes and systems, so getting them all together to come in a short period of time, try to run and be efficient is a tremendous job for those coaches, and my hat's off for even attempting to take it on and do it for the kids.
I think there's more hitting going on in this game than there is in the Pro Bowl. That's an embarrassment.
Sure, yeah.
That is an embarrassment for the NFL
that's
as
not
far
football.
as I'm concerned. This is a lot of fun. Michael Robinson, he's banging forward, and he gets down to about the 2-yard line, and it'll be third down and goal from there. On the stop, Dobbins and Ortiz for the South squad, and let's see what they dial up here. Robinson still in the ball game. My guess is he's getting the football, and they hand it to him, and Robinson with a nose for the end zone is in, and Michael Robinson is the first player to score in this all-city classic as he comes in for 3 yards out, and a touchdown for the North. and they lead it 6-0 with 10:28 to go here in the first period.
Nice job just, Robinson just putting his head down and just blasting away up in there, running behind Jerry Furman, Michael Montana, and Tyler Grossman. Sorry about that.
And the kicker is Alex Johnson, and the kick is blocked, no good. And so it's 6-0, North squad over the South. Robert Gervais got in on that PAT and got a hand on it, knocked it down, low kick to begin with.
So that's another issue.
Let's take a look at this touchdown again. Michael Robinson.
Good surge. He's running off left. Tackle falls fullback number 23 through the hole. 23 is
Adam Sewell.
Adam Sewell does a great job of leading through the hole and not letting the linebacker come in to fill, and Robinson just followed right on his hip.
That was great. He went through the hole to make sure nobody tried to plug it up, and Robinson followed him in.
It's a lot easier to score a touchdown from 2 yards out when your fullback's going through the hole untouched. Well, I wouldn't say untouched, but not getting jammed up in the hole. Nice job by number 23.
Somebody should have got a hand on him. There's your Placer title scoreboard there. Here we are in the top of the second inning. Second quarter, 6-0. The North squad with the lead as Michael Robinson, the outstanding fullback from Placer, gets into the
end zone. Baseball's over.
I was going to say he had to get a Giants.
I know. Okay, so I got the hunt the puck. You got the inning. So we're done, right?
I said nothing about the world champion Giants. I said nothing about them, God, how much money did the Dodgers spend in vain last year? Was it, Matt? $200 million, something like that?
Yeah, now the Angels might be doing that. Huh?
Yeah.
Well, you never know.
The Dodgers still spending. We'll see. So long as they don't make everybody shoot free throws in the seventh inning, I think we'll be okay. All right, this ball is going to be returned, and a very nice return for Jawan Belair as he gets it all the way out to the 30-yard line. He's Mr. Excitement. And I tell you what, before this game is over, number 22 there, you're going to see him break something because he is just an outstanding running back, over 2,000 yards rushing this year. And Terrell Anderson, his quarterback, another outstanding running back for center. And Placer beat him 15-14 on a slick field up at Lefevre Stadium. That was a great game for the PVL championship. And here we go. It's an I-back formation now, and they give it to the first man through, and that's, again, the guy from Davidson High School, and that's Corey Hall, big fullback. And then number 25 there is Sean Alvis from Liberty Ranch. It's a guy who caught 30 passes this year as mostly as a tight end. So, I mean, there's some talent out here.
Corey Hall now 5 carries for 19 yards.
It's your wing format here, and they give it to the fullback. And no, they don't. They fake it to him, and in typical wing T fashion, good fakes carried out very well there. And incomplete was the pass, so it'll be third down and about 4.
Fooled us.
Yeah, that's not
I was
unusual.
looking up the middle, too.
Well, the quarterback held it and held it and held it, and I thought, well, for sure he's looking. But no, he had the ball, and nobody was even chasing him.
Well, and these guys these days carry out their fakes so well. It's just a trademark of quarterbacks to run this type of offense.
Jacob Tibbetts is the quarterback. Got a man in motion, and he pitches it to him. And around the 45, there's room for the first down and maybe a little more. Sean Toe, and he is stopped by Josh Merritt. And it's 1st and 10 for the South squad as they get across midfield down to about the 48-yard line of the North.
18-yard pickup for Sean Toe.
Yeah, Tegan Mowry came in there looking for one of those ESPN highlight reel shots.
He got it.
Yeah, well, he just got enough of them.
And the handoff up the middle. There he is again. Corey Hall banging, breaking a tackle, getting across the 30, down to the 20. And he's finally stopped at about the 14-yard line. And that guy is a good running back. That's a 35-yard pickup. And that's just, it looked like he was just getting warmed up.
You needed to get hit first. That was the key.
That was it.
the initial contact, he broke the tackle, but 5'10", 230, he's built like an NFL fullback.
He is.
All right, here we go. And again, the handoff up the middle. And I don't know if that was Hall or not. Yes, it was again. As the big ram is ramming his. Is that Hall? Maybe not.
42, number 42.
33, I heard somebody say. Heffington from Delta. And they run, I believe, they run a wing T as well. So a lot of these guys familiar with this offense. Hall is the fullback. Belair is the running back to his left. He's in motion now. They pitch to him. And a great surge upfield. Belair, though, breaks the tackle. And he's still on his feet, and there he is. Told you, folks, that kid is good. You cannot bring him down just on the initial hit. He's into the end zone. Dewan Belair from Center High School. DeGaulle Jabelli's pride and joy right there. That young man can play some football.
That's probably the finest 13-yard run for a score that I have seen at the high school level.
A little bit of a pinball. I thought with that good upfield penetration he was going to be stopped, but no, he got around that, and great second effort by the defense, and still managed to squirt through that hole, and we have a tie ball game at 6-6. And they're going to run for 2 right now. And they're going to pitch it, and that's going to be a 2-point conversion. It is 2 points, and it's Quentin Kirk from Capital Christian who ran that one in. So it's 8-0 now, as the South has gotten on the scoreboard, and with a 2-point conversion, they're in the lead. 8-6, beg your pardon. All right, Brian, why don't you take a look at this touchdown run here?
Okay, we're running motion right. Makes a nice pitch, and he's got kind of a trap play coming with 55. Nice initial effort by the defensive player for the North, who I'll get his number in a second.
Now watch him get up
now
and
here's
get
where
back.
the individual effort comes in. Belair is just bouncing, keeps the legs turning. Great, you can just see the leg drive. Turn, break out. Almost gets tackled by his own guy, and he just keeps moving. It's great individual effort for running backs. Good low leg drive, and just don't go down.
All 11 defenders for the North had a hand on him at one point.
But and this is typical of Joan Belair of his season. They talked about him being a power runner, even though his size didn't dictate that. And you saw that on that play. Just a determined running back wanting to get in the end zone. I'd like to give a little hats off here to that offensive line for the South on that one. Their offensive line is Nico Bedoya, John Eldridge, Joe Victoria, Augie Huna, and Zach Rangel.
You did that well.
6-play, 67-yard drive, and here's the kick. And it is taken by one of the up men, and that's at the 30. He is going to get knocked down at the 35-yard line. Daniel Duncan of Marysville. He's got some burst. We've seen him with a couple of plays. I also want to, I wanted to point out Cody Hurd is the one who had that upfield pressure on that touchdown play, and even after he pursued and made the play go in, turned the play in, he got back into it and had another shot at Belair, but that kid is just good. So now it's going to be Tommy Sawyer, maybe starting a new chapter in his, maybe the final chapter, who knows, in his storied football career at the 35-yard line, leading the North squad, and coming out at center is Jerry Furman from Bear River, leading him out. Split backs behind him. Fake to Dotson, he's rolling. Now looking, now trying to throw, and now does throw, gets that ball away. It's incomplete. There's a late hit, and it's going to be called a penalty, and that's going to be a 15-yard pickup for the South. And getting up slowly over there is Brian Berube, Placer, who got hit. Looks like he's grabbing his left leg. Might just be a cramp. Maybe we're going to be okay here. But, we saw Sawyer Carson run out of a lot of trouble in the D6 championship game, but he was always able to find somebody at the last second. He's got a very quick unload time and a strong arm, and he's not afraid to get out of harm's way and try to make something happen downhill. They're working on Berube's left leg there. Maybe it's his left knee. Let's hope this is not serious. It looks to me like he wants to get up. That's always a good sign.
Cramp in his calf is what it looked like.
I don't know, Brian. I think that's a left knee because they were bending that left knee. That just holding it back. So he's got a left knee, left ankle issue. We'll see. I hope Brian's going to be all right. And an outstanding tight end who was moved to tackle. Placer actually had another Eddie Vanderdoes type lineman who who transferred to the school and was going to play football at the last minute. There were some family issues and something happened and he wasn't able to play football, but Brian Berube had to step in at tackle. Now here's Dotson going around the far side, and good job stringing that play out by the South defense. And getting over there on the South defense was Preston Dobbins. There's a flag on this play as well. Let's see what Larry Timmons, the white hat, has to say about this one. Now we're going to pick up the flag, so not sure what the penalty was. Could have been a...
It was a never mind.
Could have been a never mind, yeah. Sometimes you throw a flag because you need to, and then you pick it up later, and that's part of officiating.
Tevin Kimball was coming back from the wide receiver pass route to try to pick up a block. I think the flag was thrown in his general direction, looking like it could have been a block in the back.
Interference or something?
A block in the back, maybe, and maybe after discussing it with the other linesmen, they decided that it was a clean block.
Well, you know, for instance, if he went downfield to block and they thought it was a pass play, that could have been pass interference. But with no pass, you would pick that flag up. That'd be an example of one of those types of plays. So we do have a timeout. Looked like the North called it. And with 7:56 to go, the score is 8-6. The South, when they added a 2-point conversion after their touchdown, where the North got a touchdown from Michael Robinson. And Robinson and Belair, two of the best running backs in the Pioneer Valley League. No surprise that they're on the board. See Mike Sabins from Placer there as well, and Dotson, number 2 from Foothill. Dotson's a big guy. I mean, you don't want to mess with him. 5'10", 220 pounds. And now here we go as they're going to set up second down and about 12. That's Tommy Sawyer at about the 43-yard line. Dotson goes out into the flat, and Sawyer's in trouble, and he won't be able to get this one off as that South pass rush is really getting to be a thing of beauty. Joe Vittoria and also Brandon Rosnos, Capitol Christian and Woodland Christian. Going to get a look at these two breaking through here, Brian.
Yeah, it's just that the old adage of get that defensive push in the middle of the line. Wasn't able to step up to the throw, and they just overwhelmed. He did a smart thing by just tucking it in. Great job.
Almost looked like a screen pass that never really took place with the linemen rushing in as fast as they normally would. That almost looks like a screen pass.
Yeah, it almost looked like Josh Bowden was just saying, hey, go ahead and go because we got something cooked up for you. But no. Again, it could just be, are we on the same page? But anyway, third down and about 22, and the pass is complete over the middle, and it's Tevin Kimball. And what an outstanding throw and catch from those two guys. Have been doing it all year for Bear River High School. The two Bruins hook up on that one, but it's still not going to be enough for a first down. It'll be fourth down and about 4, and we're seeing a big exchange of players here. I don't know if they're going to go for it or not. You see Timble running off there. But let's see what they decide to do as the North All-Stars, Kevin Mott from San Juan. No, it's going to be Alex Johnson from Mesa will be the punter.
Watch the fake here.
If they do, it'll be a direct snap to one of the upbacks. Nope, it's going to be a punt. And it's a good high punt, but not much distance to it. Takes a north bounce, though, and Dotson is there at the 16-yard line to control that ball along with Tony Suverkrop, number 36.
Dotson may have acted a little bit too soon.
Yes.
That ball was waist high. It could have gone back inside the 10 the way it was bouncing.
On the other hand, it was easier to pick up when it bounced to his waist.
Well, they didn't want to get wet.
Yeah, he was reaching down and stuff like that. All right, 8-6 is the score. The South leading the North, each team with 1 touchdown. The South with a 2-point conversion. 6:07 to go here in the first half, and it's the inaugural All-City Classic. And at halftime, we're hoping to hear from Joe Davidson and Mike Finnerty, the two guys who dreamed up this game. You know, their love of the high school sports and especially for the guys who don't get to play in an all-star game, these small school teams, but they can play as they're showing us. And here we go. This is the give to Hall again. Corey Hall, the big fullback from Dixon High, rams his way out to the 23-yard line.
It was good.
That'll be about 2nd down and about 4.
Nice tackle by Zach Winter, getting lower shoulder, getting underneath the pads, and bringing him down. It's a big guy to bring down.
You can slow him down, but you may not be able to stop him.
Hall's got that great fullback body. He's got a low center of gravity. It takes a lot to get underneath those pads.
8-6, South squad with the lead. And here is a pitch, and this is Kirk, and Kirk gets up maybe close to that 1st down marker, and I think he has enough. It's going to be a pickup of 6 yards, looks like. So 1st down for the South squad at the 29-yard line. Good job. Well done. Now get off the field.
Now, is he one of the captains? They call him Captain Kirk?
I don't think we're beaming that one up, buddy. Okay, here we go. Roll to the near side, looking to throw, and a nice pass downfield, and a beautiful catch. Sean Toe, and he's got it, and the ball is all the way down to about the 26-yard line. A nice job there by Jacob Tibbetts and Sean Toe hooking up. That's a 44-yard pickup on the play. 1st and 10 for the South squad as they are threatening to push this in for another score. Just under 5 minutes to go in the first half, leading 8-6. Now the give is to Hall, and Hall gets a few more yards. Well, we'll pick up of about 5. 2nd down and 5.
In the long pass play to Tao is well designed. You roll the quarterback to the left, and Tao coming from the far right snuck in behind the pass coverage, and they were able to get the ball to him deep. Kind of got lost on that roll.
Kind of watch that guy. He can play some football. Belair and Hall, the running backs. The give is to Belair around the right. And good pressure upfield by Zach Winter from Bear River, and they make the stop. Stop for a loss on that play. So that's going to bring up 3rd down and about 8.
I'd just give an inside information that at Capital Christian, Kirk is a captain, and they did call him Captain Kirk. Just so you know.
I'm afraid to touch this anymore.
Matt.
Yeah. Aren't you glad I'm here?
I'm doing the best I can.
I got to say one thing about Matt. He will dare to go. Well, no
man will
ever go before anyone with taste. Well, anyway. And here's a run up to Quentin Kirk again. And enterprising young man that he is, gets across the 20 down to the 19.
I think that's probably enough.
Okay.
Gil, you can shut him off anytime.
Oh.
Get 5 yards, it'll be 4th and 2.
Oh, look at this power formation here. Kirk with the ball, drops it, now is being chased, gets away, and he gets close to a 1st down. I don't think he's got it. He did not, and it's going to be 1st down for the North team as they get him out of bounds. About the 18-yard line, a yard shy of where he needed to go.
He ran out of crystals.
They're still looking at it.
Did not prosper well enough on this one.
Well, you can see he's got some great wheels. It looked like he was in trouble.
I thought he was down there.
At about the 17-yard line.
He's got to make it really to about the 17. I think give him the 18, and they hit him here. And wow, you know what? If they took a look at the replay on this, they might give him that 1st down.
Well, it's hard to tell from our view though, because the ball was on his outside hand. It could have broke the plane and out of bounds.
Oh, man. All right, in trouble is Smith, and he's grabbed by the jersey and thrown for a loss again. And that's Joe Vittoria from Galt in there, grabbing a handful of jersey. And so it'll be 2nd down and about 17. And again, 2:40 to go here in the first half. The North squad on your left, the South squad on your right, leading 8-6. Casey Sabins of Placer, the Hillman Center, bringing him up. And Dylan Smith, the quarterback, handing off. And this is the young man from Marysville again. This is Williams, and no, beg your pardon, from Cristo Rey, Khalil Williams. And he is going to be stopped. We have a timeout for the South. Replay. And
just,
that's on the sack.
Yeah, okay, so you got a quarterback with an exchange issue again with the center, just not playing together. Fighting to hold on the ball, but once again, the two defensive tackles for the South getting good penetration up the middle,
not
causing
just on
problems.
the sack, not just on the sack, but on the play after that, they're getting a lot of good penetration. The South defense is really making a statement.
Let me get these guys numbers and names for
3rd and 15. Well, we mentioned Vittoria from Galt. He's that number 55 that reached out and
right, and then I have
did the mind meld.
Brandon Rosnos. I hope I get that right. Rosnos from Capital Christian, 6 foot 251.
Better get that right. He's 6 foot 251.
Well, I don't have anything on me that says Brian Combs, so I can sneak out of the stadium.
They just saw you on TV at the end of the first.
I'll be long
All
gone.
right, Dotson along with Dylan Smith in the backfield. Smith calls for the snap and a pass out to the far side. He's got Tevin Kimball, and once again that young man made the catch, as he has done all year long, and he's not getting up right away, but I think he just had the wind knocked out of him at the 35-yard line. That is a 21-yard pickup and a first down for Tevin Kimball. Unbelievable.
So this time you don't get the push up the middle. So your quarterback's allowed to set up, and he's looking down the sideline. And this is going to be picture perfect. Over the top of the linebackers and up in front of the safety. Goes up, makes a beautiful catch, knowing that you're probably going to get hit because the defense is playing a cover 2.
Well, he caught 60 passes this year, 52 passes this year, and has caught a few in this game now. Now Dotson gets the football, and he moves forward. The Foothill Mustang bangs it forward to about the 40-yard line. 1:35 to go here in the first half, so time is a factor here for the North squad, and now we have a timeout. It's an official's timeout, and now they're going to wind the clock. Not sure what that was about, but Larry Timmons wants the clock wound.
Maybe we
start the clock.
Enough time to get Rosnos off the field. Brandon Rosnos limping off the field.
Okay, that would have been good reason for an official's timeout. Down to a minute 20 clock running. Smith scrambling, running, throwing this one away. And again, stop the clock. Smart player, Dylan Smith. Now we have a flag thrown, and you know what this is going to be is intentional grounding. Because unlike the pros, Dylan Smith's going, hey, I was outside the tackles. Well, we don't have that rule in high school. So that's not a high school rule. You got to have somebody in the area.
College too, same rule in college?
Not sure about college, but I know we don't have that rule on Friday nights, even though this is Saturday night. So the loss of down on the play makes it now second down and about 20 yards to go for the first down. Minute 14. You know, and this is the final football game of the year.
Yes, it is.
And not only that, this is the greatest football game you're ever going to see anywhere in the Sacramento area tonight. All of these players got all the attention on them tonight, as they should. And the handoff is to Adam Sewell, and Sewell gets up near the 40. So the final timeout, I believe, is going to be called by the North squad. And let's see, it's going to be 4th down and about 8, so I imagine they might just want to kick this away. Wow, he got crunched. And I tell you what, Joe Vittoria, number 55 there in the white uniform, has just been everywhere on this field.
Crunched himself on that little slow to get up.
Yeah, Victoria for a big guy shows good feet, good wheels. He's probably got, I would say, better than average speed for a man his size. So here we go. They're going to run an off tackle to the right. Nice job of covering up the ball, getting some downfield blocking, but here comes the linebacker. It's number 33. Does a good job of cutting it off, making them cut up the middle, and then
Vittoria.
Big Victoria finishes them off.
I saw a nice block on that replay by Alex Johnson, number 78.
you know, Victoria goes 253. That's a lot to have land on top of you as you go down.
We need replay on our K-High games,
on
too.
our radio?
Yeah, we need replay. You know? Why can't one of you guys come up with replay for me? All right, so it looks like the North squad is going to punt here on 4th down. Let's see if, in fact, they do. Or if they try to pull something. Nope, Johnson's going to kick it away. It's a low end-over-end kick. Bounces at about the 33 and takes a north bounce all the way down to the 22. And so with 55 seconds to go, the South squad will try some flea flickers. This is not a bad time of year for a Hail Mary.
How about a bounce pass?
A bad time of year.
A bounce pass, that would be good. You'd never see that. A bounce pass, you'll never see that. Oh, wait, we did see one right off the bat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe a hook and ladder.
I saw 3 of those a couple of years ago down at College of Sequoia's last game of the year against Sierra College. 3 bounce passes. First one of the game, scored each time.
Well, back to pass, and in a little bit of trouble now, having to run. He's outside the pocket and throws downfield, incomplete. Man in the area, so just an incomplete pass for Jacob Tibbetts, the Liberty Ranch quarterback, number 2. Jawan Belair, number 22 on your screen there. He is back in the game. I'd give him the ball every time. See, yeah, Isaac Brace is playing defense now, like a safety position. He looks like that leg is a little sore still. He's holding his knee a little bit. See him on the left of your screen backing up out of the play, out of the screen now. And now we have a timeout called by the South squad as they were coming up to the line of scrimmage. So 44 seconds remaining in the first half of the South, leading the North, as you see there on the scoreboard. 44.4 seconds, okay.
Wow, got to get exact on this.
Yeah. Here at Golden Eagle Stadium, Del Oro High School, as they were nice enough to let us come down and play a couple ball games here today. And as many of you may have known, that the Optimist All-Star Game also carried here on these channels. It was broadcast, we had that earlier, and now we have the Small School All-City Classic, brainchild of Mike Finnerty and Joe Davidson, the Mike and Joe game. And so we're going to maybe talk to them at halftime and see if they'll talk to us about this and see if it's everything that they dreamed it would be. I hope so, because we've got a pretty decent turnout despite the nasty weather that we have had today. But a lot of folks. Coach Rickard there running off the field. He waved to us. Thanks, Joe. Not Joe, but Drew. All right, and let's see if this play is just the way the coach drew it up. Belair in motion. The give up the middle. And is there a fumble on this? There is a fumble. As you can see, people are still fighting for the ball down there.
That is not how Coach drew it up.
And don't think that's the way they drew it up. And that's why, that's another reason why you take a knee with a little bit of a lead in your own territory late in a typical ball game, but not this one. Corey Wilhelm from Colfax came up with that play. Tony Martello's Colfax Falcons didn't have one of their better years this year. They've been to the section championship game many times, but they are going to be very strong next year with the
whole offense returns, right?
Yeah, they were
all juniors.
Junior Michael Wilson had a quarterback, 2,800 yards, 19 TDs, 280 yards per game. Have a sophomore running back who's doing very well, and that is Tommy Sawyer. And he's got split backs, and he's going to throw deep, throwing for the end zone, and he's going to overthrow everybody. And I think he knew that that pass was not going to be complete. No way he was going to be able to hook up with Rashawn Richardson from Encina on that one. But
yeah, you're just taking a shot in the corner.
Yeah, just
throw it far enough that it's either your guy catches it or nobody catches it.
Just throwing that away. Say, okay, we got 3 more plays. You know, unlike Tony Romo, you don't have to make it happen at first down. I hope there's no Cowboy fans.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, if there are, they know what I'm talking about.
You can tweet Pete at.
I don't know. Got 9 followers up now. Tommy Sawyer got the good arm, quick release, strong arm. Let's see if he can put it on a line to somebody. Second down. Looking. Now going to take off and run with it, and he gets down to about the 12-yard line. They need to call another timeout here.
I don't think they have any
tick,
left.
Tick, 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 tick.
I don't have them with any left.
Are they done? Yeah, quickly to the line of scrimmage. And he better hurry to get this play off. He's got Duncan behind him now. There's a spike, and so they'll have another shot at another play. About 11 seconds left in this one.
So how much time do you think they get to spend on their 2-minute drill?
2 minutes.
About 2 minutes.
Yeah, we're going to spend 2 minutes on the 2-minute drill.
All righty, let's. They're going to try the field goal here. And did somebody jump?
That's always nice when you're attempting a field goal. Yeah, let's move it 5 yards closer.
Encroachment on the defense. The South team jumped, and that's going to be very close to a first down, which might tempt the North team to try a shot at the end zone. It is a first down, so that might change things. They might try a shot at the end zone now, and then if that does not work, then they go for the touchdown. But they got to get out of bounds, or it's got to be an incomplete pass. You cannot be stopped in bounds on this play if you're the North. Little confusion, as you might expect. They're just going to go ahead and try to put Johnson out there. About a 29-yarder on the way, and it does get up high enough and long enough, but it is no good. It is apparently wide to the left.
Robert Gervais providing all kinds of pressure on that kick.
So with 5.2 seconds left to go, presumably the South will take a knee and we'll have our halftime break here. The weather has held up pretty well. We haven't had any rain. Let's take a look at this field goal attempt. Everything looked good. Lucky just didn't really follow through. And then he did a great job with the flop.
I'm glad we got that on camera.
The flop was great. I think he probably should have been penalized 5 yards just for the flop on that one.
Wrong sport.
Yeah. Well, let's see if they just take a knee here or if they try to go for it. They're going to throw. They're going to go deep. And it looks like, is that going to be Tibbetts? Tibbetts, the quarterback, inside handoff to Belair. Belair juking and moving, gets about 9 yards, and that's going to be it for the first down. Like I say, I just give it to him every time. He's something else. We have an injured player now on the field. And let's.
That's not what you wanted to have happen on the last play of the half.
Looks like a Bear River Bruin, I believe. Let's see what that is. Well, there's too many people around him right now. But that is halftime, and going to see if we can't get Joe Davidson to come over here and talk with us at halftime. We have a few minutes to prepare for that, and Joe with the Sacramento Bee, Mr. Prep Sports for the Bee and for the whole entire Sacramento area. And again, this game was his baby, along with Mike Finnerty from Sure West Sports. Mike is down on the field doing some of his own filming for his own web show that he has. Puts up video, does interviews with people from all around the area. But this is Touchdown Productions, and we're looking at the North squad as they gather in the end zone. And we're going to take a break right now. When we come back, we'll have our halftime interviews, and you are watching exclusive coverage of our North-South All-City Classic on Touchdown Productions.
Hi, I'm Jason Hommel from the JH Mint. We have boxes of silver American Eagles that people buy by the truckload to protect their portfolios from inflation. Our new X-ray F-gun can assay your gold ring in seconds. You can contact us online at jhmint.com. We have up-to-the-minute prices available in-store and online. Or you can visit us in Grass Valley, down in Auburn, closer to Sacramento. You can also sign up to our email newsletter at silverstockreport.com. Inflation is picking up steam, and you need silver and gold to protect yourself from inflation. You can get silver and gold right here at JH Mint.
B&C is your neighborhood home and garden center for both builders and consumers. They carry everything you need In their garden center, you'll find a complete nursery along with expert advice on trees, shrubs, perennials, and garden enhancements. They're open 7:30 to 6 Monday through Saturday and 8 to 5 on Sunday. So start right, start here at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center in the Fowler Center, Grass Valley.
Are you ready to buy or sell your home or property? Placer Title is your local title and escrow company located right here in the heart of Nevada County. We combine the stability of a national insurer with all the benefits of on-site title and escrow professionals. Being voted the best title company by the union readers for the past 7 years is a true testament to our local roots and unparalleled customer service. Stop by one of our 2 convenient locations and thank you for keeping your business local.
The Hauser family reminds you if it's round, rubber, and it rolls, then you're sure to find it at Plaza Tire and Auto Service. From regular car and truck tires to small specialty tires for your trailers and golf carts, you can trust Plaza Tire has the tire for you. They stake their reputations on it every day. Plaza Tire and Auto Service. Auto repair done on your schedule, not theirs, in Penn Valley, Nevada City, and in Colfax. It's the 36 Hours of Christmas on NCTV, featuring performances by the NU Choir, the NU Band, Claude Hedgate's Christmas from the Past, the Placer-Hillman Choir and Placer-Hillman Band, and Center for the Arts Winter Dance, and many, many more. It's the 36 Hours of Christmas from 12 noon till 12 midnight, only on NCTV. And of course, brought to you by Touchdown Productions, the Foothills leader in sports television. This is Gil Dominguez saying thanks a lot for tuning in tonight. And be sure to stay with us after the game as we present the Touchdown Productions Player of the Game Award, created by Stuckey Engravers. Once again, the Touchdown Productions staff will select the best player of tonight's game and award them with a plaque created by Stuckey's. It's the Touchdown Productions Player of the Game Award coming up right after this exciting sports telecast right here on your NorCal Game of the Week. Guys, back up to you.
All right, so we're here at halftime of the inaugural All-City Classic North-South All-Star Game for the small school players in the Sacramento area. And with me is Joe Davidson with the Sacramento Bee. Joe is the preps writer extraordinaire and has been thinking about this game for a few years. Does a great job of covering all the prep sports in the area. But one thing has been missing all these years when we get to the postseason, and that's all these small schools who have great players who all can't fit on the Optimus game roster. So you thought of this.
Well, actually, all the credit goes to Mike Finnerty of Sure-West. He's the one.
But he's not here right now,
yeah,
so.
We'll still the credit. But he's the one who hatched the idea and bounced it off of me. And I said, I think you're onto something there. Every week when we talk or we do a Sure-West radio show or bits on his program, we talk about the small school players and programs. Maybe a little bit more on the anonymous side because they're smaller, but they compete just as hard and means just as much. We know how good Center has been in recent years, Capital Christian, Bradshaw Christian, Dixon over in Solano County. Good programs, just Bear River, they just play at smaller schools with smaller rosters.
How about Forest Hill?
You can't beat the Wildfires, with Tommy Sawyer. That's, and
storybook.
And it's all storybook. And so this, I think Finnerty hit a home run here with creating this all-star game for small schools for divisions 4, 5, and 6 because, they want a chance too. And he said that overwhelming positive response to get on there because with an Optimus game, you can't have 60-man rosters. And even with 50-minute quarters, you can only get so many guys in with a 40-man roster. So this makes sense to have small school guys play against small school guys.
Well, it's turning out very well, too, and a pretty good turnout here despite the weather conditions, especially earlier today when we had some real downpours. So, so far, so good.
Very nice. And, we got to remember, Pete, these teams have only been together for a matter of days. Yeah. You're trying to incorporate new schemes, trying to keep it as simple as you can. You're trying to learn names.
They're running the wing tee.
Exactly, and we've been joking that's the
the Wing T Classic. But we saw DeJuan Belair with a terrific 13-yard run with power and speed and determination. That's the kind of player he's been for Center High School, and he's certainly on display here. And so good to see. And let's just hope for a little bit more dry weather. Not asking for much.
Yeah, I'd give the ball to Belair every time. That guy is just he's amazing. So there is talent, even though he's at a small school. There's a lot of talent here. We saw some smaller school players that actually played in the Optimus game as well. The score here at halftime is 8-6. Each team with a touchdown, but the South managed to bang it in with Kirk beaming himself up for a couple of points.
Captain Kirk.
8-6 is the score. The South leading right now, and it's amazing to me that the coaches who would want to. I mean, everyone wants to coach All-Stars, but on like 4 or 5 days of practice and trying to put something together, it must be really difficult. We talked to Terry Logan and Drew Rickert before the game, and they just kind of shook their head. I said, how are you going to teach these linemen to block the wing T scheme? And he just smiled, and he says, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, a lot of innovation and instinct, I think, is going to have to take over for the players. And it really favors the defense. That's why it's such a low-scoring game where the defense is just tee off on people. Unlike the Optimus game where it was 61-34, where touchdowns and first downs were not a problem at all. But we've seen that a lot in the All-Star games where it's defense that just completely dominates. You just bull rush everybody. Doesn't mean the game's not entertaining. I mean, it's still high entertainment value for sure.
It certainly is. And, this season in high school football, again, with the state playoff situation, really has heightened the excitement for high school football. And some teams from NorCal did pretty well this year.
Really well. Highlighted certainly with Granite Bay winning State Division I championship over storied, nationally renowned Long Beach Poly. Granite Bay with a late touchdown drive, 77 yards, and won it. And Central Catholic won a state championship. And Oakdale was in a state bowl, lost to a loaded team from Sarah of Gardena, but a really good representation again. And then Folsom finishes our Sacramento Bee #1 area team at 14-1, losing only to eventual state open champion De La Salle, which finished #1 in the country by 3 different high school polls. So
right?
No slouch there. So. And you and I have talked about this many times, Pete. High school football has been good for years. It's gotten better, and it's not slowing down. I mean, we've got a lot of great-looking teams coming back next year from Center and the small schools. Should be really good. Right on to Grant, Del Oro, Granite Bay, Folsom, Elk Grove, the usual crowd, doing some damage again. Granite Bay and all that in Division I and II again.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I mean, I'm already looking forward to next fall here as we're sitting here, at the end of this football year. So who else? Who are some of the sponsors that contributed to this first annual All-City Classic?
Certainly the primary sponsor was Sure West Sports, that great company that has been a proponent of high school sports for several years. And Mike Finnerty is getting ready to do his 200th show.
And where we find that Sure West?
SureWestSports.com. Every Tuesday is a new show. He just had a fabulous show last week where he rode the bus with Granite Bay. Didn't drive the bus. They wouldn't let him. He didn't have his license for that.
He might have if he let
him. And he might have been in a ditch or, the grapevine might have been a disaster. But he did a whole hour-long behind-the-scenes with the Grizzlies, and we were there talking about Granite Bay, and I said, the only thing that could go wrong is if Granite Bay gets smoked. And they didn't get smoked. They won the game, so it was better. And then Courage Pools and among the other sponsors. So, Finnerty's a bulldog. He went out there and rounded up sponsors to get it going. And it's not easy to get an all-star game. We tried to get our own all-star game last year, and it was just hard. And then we just decided the Bee decided to merge with the Optimus. I said, they got 55 years of momentum. Let's just merge with them and have them move the game to the winner, and we'll just do that.
And Touchdown Productions is a part of that. And in the first and the inaugural All-City Classic here, we're proud to be a part of it as well. I wish Mike was up here because I want to interview him. He's always interviewing other people. If you go to SureWestSports.com, you can look at all the different interviews and all the different shows that he's had every week. I always get the email at work, and I stop what I'm doing, and I sit and watch because Mike does a great job, like Joe does.
I think he's really downstairs interviewing himself. You know, might be all the concussions or the weather, lightning strikes. You know, so no, he's a busy man.
All right, Joe Davidson with the Sacramento Bee.
Thanks,
Thank
Pete.
you, my friend, for joining us. Big part of the Sacramento high school sports scene here, and happy to have him with us on Touchdown Productions. Mike Finnerty, you're the man. We appreciate everything you're doing for these kids. Halftime, 8-6, the South squad over the North, and we're gonna take a break here, and I guess we're gonna. Oh, we just need to turn around. Okay, good. All right, good. We're done. I don't know. This is TV stuff. Why they want my mug on TV, I'm not sure. I got that face for radio. So we're looks like we got the teams on the field and ready to go here in the second half. A short timeout. Quit banging that microphone around there. But I tell you what.
Matt.
Oh, that's good. Okay. And we have that's the South squad there, and Coach Drew Rickert, you saw him momentarily, and Larry Timmons, the white hat, again, guy's been around a long time, and we are about ready to go. Golden Eagle Stadium here at Oro High School in Loomis, home of the Del Oro Golden Eagles. And Matthew, take us through the stats, navigate us through that that first half. 8-6 is the score.
A quick rundown. South had 20 rushes for 110 yards, led by Corey Hall, 7 carries for 50 yards. DeJuan Belair had a 13-yard score in that first half. Passing, Jacob Tibbetts, 1 out of 4 for 44 yards. But the longest pass of the game was Robert Gervais, one pass for 48 yards on the game's opening play on a bounce pass lateral. He hit Romero downfield for a 48-yard gain. 25 plays, 202 yards. 4 first downs, 5 penalties for 40 yards for the South. On the other side of the ball, the North had also 20 carries, 55 yards. Adam Sewell leading the way, 3 carries for 20 yards. Mike Robinson, 2-yard score.
All right, and here comes the kickoff, and it's going to be picked up at about the 15-yard line, and that's going to be number 19, Jonathan Abelos, who's actually a quarterback. And from Highlands, there's a fumble on the play. And looks like the North was able to recover their own fumble. That's Dominic Fuse, an outstanding wide receiver. Great hands coming up with the fumble recovery on that one. So 1st and 10, the North, which lost the toss at the beginning of the ball game, will get the football here to start the second half. And it's going to be Dylan Smith at quarterback. And he's going to have Dominic Fuse is flanked out to the right. And the give is going to be to Michael Robinson, and he'll power to the right side and pick up about 4 yards. Be second down and about 6. We have a flag on the play, and it looks like we're going to have a false start against the North. That's what was signaled preliminarily. Somebody got off a little early, so the penalty going against the North, and it will be accepted, no doubt. So it'll be 5 yards from the previous spot. It'll be 1st and 15. Larry Timmons there.
You know, the North did pretty well penalty-wise. They only had 1 penalty for 10 yards. That's their second now, 15 total yards in penalties for the North. And you think in this All-Star game when they haven't played together too much, that's pretty good. 1 penalty in the first half.
Yeah, and I think these officials, too, are going to let some ticky-tack stuff go and let these All-Stars play. And the give to Robinson again, and again he picks up about 4 or 5 yards. And this time maybe a little more than 5, so it'll be second down and call it 5. Second down and 10.
6-yard carry.
Michael Robinson along with Dominic Granieri played in the Army version of the junior All-Star game back when he was in 8th grade. Played with Michael Robinson and one other player's name escapes me at the moment. But Eddie Vanderdoes, his teammate this year, is going to that prestigious game. It's in January. Now Dylan Smith rolling out to his left, throwing left, and he has got his man, Tevin Kimball. And he is all the way out into first down territory near the 50-yard line. Beautiful catch, 15-yard pickup from those two guys who have been doing it all year long. Smith again completing 60% of his passes for Terry Logue's Bear River Bruins. Kimball 52 catches. Terry Logue 52 catches in one season for one guy. That's almost unheard of. 52 catches maybe in a decade in the past didn't like to throw the ball all that much.
Well, has to take advantage of his weapons.
Well, Smith and Kimball are very good at that. And now the running back going around the right side is crossed off.
Carlos
23.
Charleston.
23 got crossed off on my list here. Oh, it is. It's Adam Sewell. So cross off Charleston, and Sewell is we had some number switches, several of them, for the North squad before the ball game. We're still catching up to them. Anyway, they picked up about 7. They'd be second in about 3 for the North squad.
And Adam Sewell's from that beautiful area called Garden Valley.
Absolutely. And John Hilton, the coach up there at Golden Sierra, got him into the playoffs again this year. Now here's the Marysville running back, Daniel Duncan, going around the right side. He gets a good chunk of yardage down to about the 35, and that's another first down. The North moving the sticks here, coming out of the gate in the second half, pick up a 10 yards. And now we have a timeout called by the South. They don't like what's going on out there, so they're going to take a break.
Yeah, doing a little regrouping. Hey, just watching this first opening drive for the North, they're getting a good push by the offensive line. The offensive line is at center. You've got.
Well, let's look at this offensive line, Brian.
Here you go. Nice job. You're getting pushed on the sweep. You got good seal blocks, and gets to the corner and makes the turn up the field. Big number 71, as somebody else was going to mention, Tyler Grossman from Foothill. You've got Josh Bowden from Valley Christian on the starting line, or starting the second half at the offensive line positions. Jerry Furman from Bear River, Alex Johnson from Mesa Verde, and like I say, you have Brian Saban running center, and he's number 55 if I'm not mistaken, right?
If you get a good close-up look at these helmets, you'll see all kinds of different stickers on these helmets, and that's kind of neat. It's like players sharing pins and stuff, in the postseason, and they're sharing helmet decals. Here's a pitch coming this way, and it is going to be Sewell, and he gets out of bounds at around the 23-yard line to be short of the first down. Nice job getting out there by Adam Sewell. 5'7", 145 pounds.
So you're coming with the play action to the right, not play action, but they fake a run to the right and come sweep back to the left on the weak side and get your running back out in space to try to get some one-on-one, pick up 5 or 6 yards, did a good job. A little misdirection originally.
Back to live action, split backs behind Smith as he directs his wide receiver out to the right, Rashawn Richardson. He's looking for him out there. Nope, throws over the middle. Oh, wide open. And it's going to be a touchdown for the North squad, as it was Dion Blakely from Lyndhurst with the reception and a touchdown of 35 yards. 35-yard touchdown play. And with 9:15 to go here in the third quarter, the North squad back on top, 12-8. Leading by 4 here. They're going to go for 2. The North squad scored that. And who was it? Did I get that wrong? Dion Blakely? Yeah, so Blakely with the score. And now it looks like we're going to have a timeout. No, let's take a replay. Let's look at it. It's Dylan Smith back to pass. And wide open at the 15-yard line is Blakely. Spins away at the 10. Stumbles, managed to keep his feet, gets into the end zone. So a beautiful job by Smith. I think Smith looked off the safety on that. Dylan Smith, very smart quarterback. And touchdown. So they've done talking it over, and now they're going to talk about, well, they're still in the huddle over there. The North squad still huddled up to the right side of our shot there. And here they come. Leading 12-8 right now with 9:15 to go in the third quarter. And Dotson is the back out there, along with, looks like Archbold to his right, and Dylan Smith, the quarterback, and there is running, and he's look at him get away. Now turns, wants to throw, wants to keep his feet, gets a little help from a lineman, but eventually goes down, and the point after attempt is no good. So with 9:15 left here in the third period, the North is leading 12-8. And Gil, if you could fix our audio, we'd thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, Mike. Let's take a look at the touchdown again. Are we going to look at the touchdown here or the extra one? Let's take a look at the touchdown, all right? First of all, line of scrimmage looks like the 30-yard line, Matthew. So we're going to get that. And then here's the catch. And thing of beauty, nice job of eluding the tackler right after you catch the football. That's Deion Blakely from Lyndhurst. They don't have a tremendously successful football team, but that young man is an example that, hey, you can find good players in small programs. And they did just that, and that's why he's here. So it's a 12-8 ball game.
It was just a nice spin move, keep his balance. The spin moves are a reflexive, instinctive play that running backs and wide receivers move. I thought the best part of it was just keeping his balance after the spin. So DeJuan Belair is on the left. And Chanteau is the deep man on the other side, and you see Johnson there getting ready to tee this one up. And the kick is a good one all the way down to Belair, who fumbles it at the 13, picks it up, runs through a hole. If he can get outside, he could go. He does get outside to the 40, breaks another tackle across the 50, and he's all the way down to 47-yard line. And I don't know, they got tangled up down there. His foot might be tangled up in somebody's helmet. He spun out of there like he thought maybe somebody was holding on to his, but it was a face mask. Well, I've seen face masks get locked up before, but he was locked up with Dominic Fuse's face mask and his foot in a face mask. I've not seen that one before either.
Good field position for this south drive.
Again, a first for the All-City and first for me ever. So here is the pitch coming to the near side, Chanteau, and he gets across the 40, down to the 30, and he's down to the 25-yard line. And he was finally brought down there by Tony Subercrop in the Placer Hillman, the 21-yard pickup. It gives him a first down at the 25-yard line.
Toe now 4 carries for 40 yards.
Nice job of getting out on the edge and just outracing everyone to the corner. Got a good seal block from his offensive tackle on the right side.
I formation this time, and they give it to the first man through. Was that Corey Hall again? And let's take a look at that run again. Good setup block by Corey Hall here. Kicks him to the outside, and Tao, we're going to call him Sean Tao. Gets down to the 25-yard line. So pick up a 1 on the following play. Nice tackle by Tony Subercrop. And here they come.
And on that Tao run, you saw Corey Hall with a great block to spring Tao.
And the pitch is to the outside, and looked like might have been a face mask there, or a helmet grab on DeJuan Belair, and now the flag comes in late. And they're going to tack this on to the end of this run. That was about an 8-yard pickup, and they'll tack this one on, and I think it was a 15-yarder, but let's see what they decide over there. It's a personal foul, so that'll be a 15-yarder, and they'll tack that onto the 8-yard gain, and they'll go half the distance to the goal line from the 17-yard line, so they'll go down to about the 8.5-yard line, and it'll be first and goal for the South team, trailing 12-8 here with 7:48 to go in this third quarter. This all coming the drive right after the North had just scored to take a 12-8 lead. Pitch into the backfield and running to the near side, hurdling a man And getting down to about the 4-yard line is Quentin Kirk. And he did beam himself up on that one. He got over somebody, and that drew some hoots and hollers from the crowd.
4-yard pickup takes it inside the 5.
So here you go. You got the running back coming out wide.
Brian's microphone's not on there. Here we go. Brian's gone hot. Go
just
ahead,
some athletic ability right there. You know, he's just trying to get up and over the arms, and he comes down. You had good pursuit from the inside, and he was working hard to get to the out.
Here is the pitch to Belair around the left side. Can he get to the corner? And he is in. Once again, he gets taken down by the head, and he's talking to the official about it. You know, he wasn't too happy about that. I don't think this is an all-star game, for crying out loud. Don't want to lose his head. But that young man can flat play. Dewan Belair, over 2,000 yards rushing this year, one of the top rushers in the section, and one of the stars of this Northwest All-City Classic. And he is in for the touchdown. A run of, Matthew?
4 yards.
Belair with a 4-yard run. And now they're going to go for 2. They're only up by 2. So go for 2. And they do indeed make it. It's Quentin Kirk from Cap Christian, the 5'10", 190-pound running back, quarterback, all-purpose guy, gets into the end zone. And that's the second time that he has gotten into the end zone on a 2-point conversion, and that makes it 16-12, the South with the score. You see there on your Placer title scoreboard, 16-12, the South with 2 touchdowns, the North with 2 touchdowns, but the North is not making their conversions, and the South is. Brian, this would be your cue to say something important here.
Well, so far in this second half, we've got guys bouncing back and forth, a little more offense, some aggressive play calling by both offenses. You had the North come in and get their first touchdown in the second half with a seam pass over the middle, and then you had the South. Okay.
Reaches for the pylon.
So it wasn't a head tackle, Pete. You got to take that back. You got him up around the upper shoulder. Oh. But that play was a good play based on the fact that they just let their speed guy outrace everyone to the corner.
I want to see that again. I thought he got him got the helmet. Anyway, here is the return from Daniel Duncan rather, a man with 2 first names from Marysville, and a nice return up to the 30. What were they going to call this? About somewhere 36. Around the 35, 36. We'll see where they mark it. Ray Pulley, outstanding umpire for NCOA during the regular season, puts it down. Larry Timmons, the white hat, chops it ready for go. 6:38. Not sure why I didn't wind the clock there after the change of possession, and here we go. And he is hit in the backfield, and going nowhere is that Adam Sewell from Golden Sierra. Big push that time, as Trey Nea was one of those who got upfield to make the stop.
You can see what Mike. Just good defensive penetration on the right side of the offensive line, overwhelming the line, getting 5 yards in the backfield, nowhere for the running back to go.
Terrence Galloway back to pass. Tommy Sawyer, he's throwing it deep, and it's a little bit too far, incomplete. He was intending that pass out there for Dominic Fuse from Highlands. Fuse is a fast guy, but I don't even think Brian Combs could have caught that one.
Not in his heyday.
Matt Folsom could have caught that in his heyday.
Maybe with ice skates.
Well, I am from Colorado, so I wore ice skates.
But they needed to do something. I like the play call. It's, go deep, stretch the defense a little bit, and try to get everyone to back off a little bit so they can open up their running game. 3rd
down and about 12, and Tommy Sawyer is the quarterback, and he has got Dotson standing next to him. We have a timeout called by the North squad.
That's their second of the second half.
So So while they're doing that, let's just kind of recap the scoring from your Placer title scoreboard. You see the North got on the scoreboard first as Michael Robinson from Placer ran it in from 3 yards out. The extra point kick failed, and that made it 6-0 North squad. Jawan Belair from the South squad from Center High School then ripped off, which I thought was a 16-yard run. Did I have that right, or was it a 13-yard run? I got it wrong. Joe Davidson also thought it was 13. And the 2-point attempt for the after the touchdown was good, as Kirk was able to get into the end zone, and the South took a 8-6 lead. Then it was Blakely with that 30-yard pass from Dylan Smith getting into the end zone, and the North was right back in front again by a score of 12-8. But then Belair had another 4-yard run, and Kirk with a conversion just a moment ago, 16-12 the score. Now here's the pass out there to Dotson, and Dotson is tackled out in the open field. Excellent stop out there by Trey Nea from Galt, running back, defensive back. And that was a thing of beauty. Dotson is a big guy and tough to bring down if you hit him up top. So he went the only place he could, and that was down around the ankles. Now it's going to bring up 4th down and about 3, and the North looks like they want to go for it here.
I like this call. Just because it's an all-star game and you only got 3 yards to go, let's go for it.
Let's go for it, but let's get the playoff. I haven't seen any delay of game calls yet, and again, I don't think this crew is itching to throw any flags out here today. It's a veteran crew. 2 running backs. Michael Robinson gets the football, and he's got the first down. And when you got a guy like Michael Robinson from the Placer Hillman in your backfield, that's a good time to use him. He took a hit and kept on going. Pickup of 6 yards on the play. 1st and 10 for the North squad as they are almost to midfield. They're at the 49-yard line. And Tommy Sawyer is the quarterback. Again, from the Forest Hill Wildfires, who made it back to the section championship again, 2 years in a row now for the D6 championship game for Jimmy Hurley's squad. That's Sawyer there, and something happened there. He might have been hit on that throw. That pass attempt, so incomplete.
Sawyer 1 out of 6, 16 yards on the evening.
Number 61, Augie Ahuna.
See if he gets his hit on this one. Yeah, I think he got just hit just as he was letting go of the ball there, Brian.
You saw Trey Nia coming around the edge on the blind side.
Bless you, Matt. All right, 2nd down and 10, and Sawyer brings him up. And now again, what do we have? We have too many guys out there. You got 12 guys on the field. That's a trick that we used to pull in the Sandlot, you know, but we didn't have any officials back in the Sandlot. So.
It's just one of those things. New players, new coaches, things happen. You know, guys thinks he's going into the game, and somebody doesn't come off.
No excuses. These are all-stars. They should know better. The coaches are all-stars. They should know better.
It's always the coach's fault.
It's always a coach's fault.
Ask the boosters.
These guys do a great job just getting these guys organized and coming out here and playing. I'm amazed. Now look at Sawyer back to pass, but he's going to have to shed a tackler first, and now gets the pass away. It's incomplete, and there's kind of sort of a guy in the area.
Yeah, about 50 yards down there.
Yeah, he was in the neighborhood. You know, he needed to run downfield and get a little bit closer after the play was over. At least get in front of the back judge so he could see you. I'm not sure who that was downfield, but Sawyer did a good job to get away and escape the rush. And there he is. You see him in the white helmet there. Best logo. As soon as he turns around, he might have something over. Well, can't see it too well right now, but Wildfire's logo, one of the best logos around. Back to pass from the gun, looking, now having to run, breaks the tackle, looking again, throwing deep. He's got a man, but that ball might have been tipped by the defender as he had intended that one for, who was Tevin Kimball again.
Joe Vittoria living in the North backfield. He is just back there on every play. making life miserable for Tommy Sawyer.
Yeah, Sawyer shows great elusiveness. He's moving, and what I like is he's moving to buy time, hoping somebody can come open. He's had that last one was a good chance. The guy was open, but as you say, the ball got tipped in the defensive backfield.
Well, it's going to be a punt again. And Johnson gets the punt away. And it's a short punt. About the 36-yard line.
Robert Gervais, great on special teams. He just is in there off the edge on those kicks every single time.
He's a great wide receiver and punt returner. We haven't seen him much on the offensive side of the ball. But maybe we'll see him here soon. 4 minutes left to go, third period. 16-12 is the score. As you see on your screen, the South leading the North, each team with 2 touchdowns, but the South converting 2-point conversions on 2 occasions. And give is to the fullback, and he's out there running. There he goes again, Corey Hall. And Corey Hall gets across midfield and down to about the 43-yard line. Pick up a 15 yards on the play. 1st and 10 for the South squad, as they are in business across midfield now.
It's just a misdirection. He bops it outside, gets a good head of steam, and number 19 for, I think that's for Highlands. Is it Highlands? Number 19.
We'll get his
it's Jonathan Albos from Highlands. 5'9", 165.
Little guy came in and made that stop.
But he stuck his nose in there pretty good.
Yeah, he did.
Give him some big heart.
Quentin Kirk.
I wouldn't have.
On the carry this time. Picks up a few more yards and makes it 2nd down in about 8.
That's a 3-yard carry.
So
all at the 44-yard line.
Call it.
Second down 7.
Should be 2nd and 8, huh?
2nd and 8. The 40.
Box
Four and
still
a half.
says first over there.
Oh, they're working.
Don't believe it.
The handoff up the middle, and this one does pick up enough for the 1st down. And a nice piece of running for the South All-Stars. Vince Heffernan picks up 10 yards. Heffington from Delta. And it was Tegan Mowry on the stop for the North squad. They're getting everybody into this ball game. And that's what these All-Star games are all about. Here's the give once again to Hall, and this time Hall has the door slammed on him. Maybe a pickup of 1. Nathan Dixon from Forest Hill on the stop. Big Nathan, 5'10", 210 pounds. Big guy.
I got to question the 5'10" part, though.
Yeah.
He sure looks a lot taller than 5'10" to me. In fact, I think he's the tallest defensive lineman on the field right now for the North, isn't he?
Standing right next to him is 77. That's no. Yeah, you're right. Nathan Dixon is 77. He is a big, tall guy. All right, and here is Sean Tao, who gets down to about the 31, breaks a tackle, coming this way, and now he's paying the price for getting away. But he hangs on to the football, loses some yardage in the bargain. That's going to bring up 3rd down and about almost 10. Caleb Van Patten from Valley Christian in on the stop.
Sean Tao, one of the finest wrestlers in Northern California. You can see that right there, that not going to go down without a fight mentality right there.
3rd down, certainly I would think they're in 2-down territory, but here is the quarterback, Tibbetts, rolling now, firing a bullet over the middle, and it's tipped and incomplete. It was intended for Sean Avis, again from Liberty Ranch. Young man caught a lot of passes this year. Avis did. Give me the notes on him. Where did he go? Liberty Ranch. Here he is. 30 catches, 19 yards per catch, 54 receptions in the past 2 years there at Liberty Ranch. And what a exciting program they had last year when they had Warnecki, one of the leading rushers, I think, in California. Now here's a pitch, and it's not going to fool anybody. In fact, they ought to get an early whistle on that, and they do, as it was Robert Gervais from center. And just as I said, he hasn't been involved in the offense. he got involved. He got involved in a big way.
Not the kind of involvement he wanted.
No, you know, try to run some of these plays, Brian. It's just tough to pull together in a short period of time.
Yeah, well, they're trying to run like a counter trap with the inside pitch. And once again, you get good penetration up the middle of an offensive line, and it'll really disrupt things, and that's what happened. It wasn't allowing the receiver to get around to the outside edge. Nice job by number 70,
Corey Wilhelm from Colfax.
You also had Quentin Kirk, who missed a block on that one.
So now the North with the football and 1st and 10 as the ball goes over on downs. 1 minute left here in this third period. 16-12 the score. The South with the lead, the North with the football. And we got 2nd down and 7 for the North squad here as Dylan Smith is back in and Tevin Kimball, his wide receiver, says something to him before he splits out to the left, something like, throw me the ball. All right, back to pass, looking right and throwing over the middle, and the pass is picked off. It is picked off by Nick Warland from Capital Christian.
Fumble.
And now we have a fumble at the end of the play, and who got it back? The North has the ball back, and that's going to be a 1st down.
You'll change the possession rule?
They changed possession when they caught the ball, ran it back, fumbled it. North gets it back.
Now we're getting to my kind of football game. I love this part of it. Let's go.
Bang, 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 bang.
Fumbles, interceptions, change of possessions.
First time you've ever seen a 1st down with no yardage gain.
See, I think that's just brilliant coaching right there by Logan Savoy. That's that. They had that in their trick bag. The old interception fumble for a 1st down. Now we have 2 guys in motion and nobody's really set yet, so it doesn't matter. Okay, now we're set. And the give is to Dotson, the Foothill running back. And the Mustang tries to carry a load, but is going to be brought down here. Let's take a look at this replay, Brian, on the turnover.
You know, straight shotgun pass play. He's looking towards the left side or his right side.
Throws a bullet.
He throws it, but it's a good read and a nice deep drop by number, I can't see the numbers, is it 7? Goes up and gets the ball, but you know, here's the play is made by the wide receiver on the comeback, number 4. And our numbers are all messed up on our things. Dominic Fuse, he didn't give up on the play. A lot of times you'll see wide receivers just stand there and get frustrated and go, and the guy takes off. Well, he chased him down from behind, swatted the ball out from behind.
Well, Fuse is also a safety as well for Highlands, and so that brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. And you see the score there is 16-12, and the South squad is leading this thing by 4 on the basis of 2 successful 2-point conversion attempts, with Kirk running both of those into the end zone. Bel Air has 2 touchdowns, a 13-yard run and a 4-yard run, and we've come to the end of the 3rd period of play, and as you can see from the Placer title scoreboard, 16-12 is the score.
Well, here we are, 4th quarter. Here we go. Nice tight game, 16-12.
There's the slap from behind by Fuse, knocking that ball away, and there you go. So 1st down now for the North. They come to the near side, and this one's going to pick up about 4 or 5 yards. Sewell with the carry. It's going to be 2nd down and about 4 yards to go. I beg your pardon, 3rd down. Dylan Smith, number 7, is the quarterback for Bear River. And I'm going to guess that that's his whiteout at the top of the screen. Tevin Kimball, no it is not, it's Fuse. And back to pass, nope, going to hand it off. And once again, it's going to be number 23, Adam Sewell. So that's going to bring, that's very, very close to a 1st down. It's just right on the 45-yard line. And with these artificial surface fields, you can, if it's touching that line, you don't need the measurement. And Larry Timmons says that's a first down, I think is what he said. Now he's going to look at it again. It looks like the first down marker is just past the yard marker. Just past that line. And why, I don't know. Normally they'll set it up right on the line just so we can avoid this kind of problem. But as I'm looking across the field, we're right here on the 45-yard line. If you look to the far side where the official is running, you'll see the line does make a little bit of a jog to the right there. I'm not sure what they got, but it looks to me like they're going to wind it and say 4th down in inches.
I'm just going to call it a shadow illusion.
It's a shadow illusion.
I don't think so, Brian. I think that's actually a little jog in that line up there. So it makes it look like it's short, but I think they had it. Anyway, Michael Robinson's on your team, so you give him the football, and you get a first down just like that.
It's clockwork.
There you go. It's 10:38 to go in the ball game, and it was Joe Vittoria again on the stop for the South squad, and he has been. I think he's got to be in contention for one of our players of the game, though he plays on the same team as Joan Belair. So here we go, wing left formation, and they give it to Archbold from Forest Hill. And this guy was a big part of that Forest Hill offense and defense this year. And he gets a carry here.
That's his first carry of the game.
Yeah.
Nice to see him out there.
Coach Logue told me before the game, he says, all the kids are great. Everybody wants to play. Everybody's wanting to work hard and everything. But, some guys can make a practice. Some guys can't. You put something in, and that guy's not there that night. Is a little frustrating. So they're doing the best they can with what they got. And now here's I think that's Robinson again with the carry. Haven't seen Isaac Brace here much in the second half. I wonder if that knee is bothering him. And also Brian Berube also looked like he hurt a knee or an ankle, and I see Brace sitting on the far sideline next to a Bear River player whose number not able to see at the moment, but looks like he probably won't come back. Now here we go. Dylan Smith brings him up. It's a wing right formation. It's play action. And back to pass, and the ball a little bit too high, but it's tipped, and it's intercepted by Gervais. The running back, wide receiver, defensive back from center brings it up past the 30-yard line and all the way to about the 33. And the South squad, look at this. These guys have been together for just a short period of time, and they are very excited about what they're doing out here. And a lot of team spirit here, as you can see there on the sideline. A lot of patting the helmets. Just teams only been together for, about 5 days. And Coach Rickard said the main thing that he took away from that experience was a lot of friendships were developed and a lot of camaraderie in a short period of time. So here comes Tibbetts, and he hands it off up the middle. And there's a scrum there. I wonder if we had somebody lose a ball. Nope, it's going to be South ball. Pickup of a couple.
So you see the quarterback dropping back, and he's throwing the hot ball. Receiver goes up high, and it's the old tip drill. Goes through the hands off of a defensive back shoulder.
And Gervais tipped it to himself.
Yeah. That's just little luck never goes. Not a bad thing, is it?
Nope.
Instead of it ricocheting off and heading into the end zone and incomplete.
Rather be lucky than cold.
Comes right down into his lap.
Wing right formation. And he fumble on the play, and I believe that Tibbetts got it back. So that's going to bring up 4th down now? Or is it third already? Just third down. 3rd down and about 8 yards to go for the first down. And Hall is back in there at fullback, number 44. Big changes for the South squad. Now here they come with that power backfield formation. 3 backs in the backfield, and the snap is direct, and they're going to be short of the first down. Quentin Kirk with the football, but only able to pick up about 5 yards.
I like that play information. It's a good one for an all-star game.
Yeah.
Especially when you got three big backs in front of you.
No, it's a simple play, just pretty straight ahead. Here, we're going to line up. We're going to get the ball to the shot. We're going to run a wildcat, and everybody go forward, and let's pick a hole.
4th down and 4, and looked like the North squad jumped, and that play is going to be blown dead. I believe this is going to be encroachment. No, it's going to be a false start. The official on the far side who threw the flag had a false start on the offense, so this will be back 5 yards. It'll be 4th down and about 9 now for the South.
Looked like DeJuan Belair was going to go on that one, but maybe that was the result of the false start.
Yeah, there was a whistle.
You know, and on the defense, we keep talking about number 77, Nathan Dixon from Forest Hill, looking a lot taller than 5'10". I've been doing a little studying here, and I think we have numbers mixed up.
Oh.
We have it looks like an Encina helmet. Number 77 is wearing an Encina helmet,
Yeah.
and the only guy from Encina I see on our roster that is 6'3" is Rashad Richardson, who's listed on our program as number 9, 6'3", 230. So we apologize if that is Richardson and we've been getting the name wrong. But
well, I just want you to know we have a flag on this play as well. I went into the North locker room and went down the list with all the players and asked if this guy was here and what his number was, and there were a couple of people that didn't answer. So I assumed they weren't there, but we went with the numbers that we had, and between us and the PA announcer who announced the names at the beginning of the game, trying to get the kids all lined up, and they just a lot of jerseys got traded and changed and assigned late, and that's part of the deal that happens when you have an all-star game like this. So. But it's been successful by all means. Now, did he touch it? He did touch it there, and now he got it back. Oh, imagine the luck there. He touched it. He ran after it, touched it again. It got away, and he came up with it. And who was that? Was that number 19? Oh, that's Jonathan Abelos from Highlands. He's a quarterback at Highlands, 5'9", 160 pounds. Nice kid. And he was one of the guys that I talked to in the locker room because we didn't have a name or a number for him. But let's look at this, see if he touches it right away. Of course, if he doesn't touch it, it can't be recovered by the other team. It looks like he touched it and he knew it.
Yeah, his reaction indicates that he thought he did.
Yeah, and he went right after it, and it hits him for sure here. And then, as luck would have it, he would roll right to him. Good job, Jonathan. All right. Now it's Tommy Sawyer at quarterback. Dotson with him. He throws it to him in the flat, and Dotson with those big hands makes the catch, breaks the tackle, and powers across the 23-yard line up to about the 25. Be short of a first down, but 6:34 to go here in the ball game, and the North needs to put this drive together now because they trail by a score of 16-12. Larry Timmons there winding the clock.
It's a great catch by Dobson. The ball was kind of low and looked like behind him. Reached down with one hand and just scooped it up.
He pawed that one. All right, Tom Sawyer. And he has Fuse split out to the left. Split backs behind him. He gives it to Dotson, who's hit immediately, breaks a tackle. Now pounds forward and gets near that first down marker. He's very close. And looks like the head linesman on the far side has given him a favorable spot, and that's Bill Cruz, who was the head linesman in the first game in the Optimist All-Star game, who stayed out here to help out with this ball game. That was nice, volunteering his whole day out here. These officials all volunteering their time. And you know who else has been out here? Our fabulous camera crew.
All day.
And they've been out in the weather as well. Michael Robinson gets the handoff, and he bangs forward across the 30. So second down and about 8 to go. How about these guys? Remington King. The name like that, I mean, he should be running this program. Gerald Davenport, Daniel Paddock, and Ruben Polanski. Thanks, guys. Excellent job with these camera shots and staying out there in the rain and the wind that's been blowing, although it's just a bit of a breeze now. Sawyer is hit as he throws, and that pass falls short and incomplete on the coverage. Matt Bailey from Capital Christian. And so it'll be Third down now.
Mike, you can see where he's got, the receiver was open. He stepped into the throw and just hit from behind just as he was trying to release the ball. Fortunate it didn't get picked off.
Well, third down here and about 8 to go for the first down, and they have got to convert, really. 5:02 to go in the ball game. Sawyer from the gun. Michael Robinson in to block and does, and the pass to the near side is picked off. Nope, it's not. It's dropped, as it was going to be intended out there for Dominic Fuse, but it was Matt Bailey and Mitchell Neal on the coverage, but they're going to have to go for it, I would think, here. Well, maybe not. 4:56 left. Let's see what they do. If they're going to punt or try to go for it here on 4th and 8. Yeah, looks like they're going to punt, as Johnson is out there. Boy, I tell you what, Dominic Granieri would be a good weapon to have right now, the Placer kicker. I mean, he had a 36-yard average, but look at that punt by Johnson, and he gets it all the way down to the 38-yard line. And do I see a hanky on the field, or what is that? Well, it's just a towel or a hand pad, so no flag on that play. Pretty good punt by Johnson, and we have 4:44 remaining in this ball game. 16-12 is the score. Each team again with 2 touchdowns, but the South team is better at converting their extra points. They have 2 Bel Air touchdown runs and 2 Kirk extra point runs. So 16-12, and the South has the football again. They'll just try to run the clock down, get some first downs, or give it to Bel Air and let him go. Look at him get all the way down to the 30-yard line. Dewan Bel Air. Great job of running. That kid is something else to watch. Let's see here. We had a 32-yard pickup for Bel Air, and Jonathan Abelos on the stop for the North squad.
The reason they punt the ball is because you're hoping your defense will get you a nice 3 and out. Can't give up any more first downs.
Yeah, that didn't work out so well because they're already back down where they were. So now here is Sean Toe with the football, and he gets down to the 23. But let's go back one play, Brian, and take a look at Bel Air's run.
It's that power forward left, and you pitch it to basically your speed back, and we're going to play, race around the corner a little bit, and makes a nice cut inside the blocks to get to the inside of it, and breaks it back outside, and off to the races to go. I like the play of Jonathan Abelos, though. We list him as a quarterback, and he's been making some really good plays coming from that safety position.
So we have a dead ball foul. I'm not sure what we have. I think they're trying to put some time on the clock. That's he's looking for some time on the clock is what he's trying to do. But we do have a timeout. The clock right now is at 4:04. I think he wants 4:12 on the clock. Okay, here we go. We're going to get a better shot of it this time. Just a direct snap. Follows his block. And one of his blocks was by Preston Dobbins from Center High School, who's in the back there, back of the shot. He opened up a big lane and a nice tackle there at the end of the play. Tony Suverkrop, number 36, standing there, would have finished him off if need be. But it's going to be second down in a yard. We're back to live action, and it's going to be a great defensive play by Tony Suverkrop. I said it for you, Matt. Leading tackler on the Placer-Hillman football team, and you see why. Just an outstanding linebacker who hopefully will find a home in football if he wants to play. Maybe it's Sierra next year.
Maybe.
Kid can play.
Be fine with Matt.
Be fine with me.
Matt, take all these guys to Sierra.
Well, Matt's the sports information director at Sierra College, so he's a Wolverine homer.
I saw a lot of guys in both games today who would look good in Cardinal and white.
Third down and 8 now. And here's the pitch coming to the near side and then cutting it up the middle. It's Tao, Sean Tao. Not enough for the first down. That's going to bring up 4th down and 5 at about the 25-yard line. Well, actually, 4th down and about 4. They need to get to about the 21. And now a timeout is called by the South squad there on your right of your screen. 16-12 is the score. The South team leads it with 3:10 left in this football game. The inaugural North-South All-City Classic. And again, the brainchild of Mike Finnerty, and he and Joe Davidson with the Sacramento Bee got this together and made all the connections and made it happen, and piggybacked on the Optimus All-Star Classic, and which was played earlier today here at Del Oro. And we've got a pretty good crowd, a lot of enthusiasm for this ball game. I know Matt Kimmel with the Auburn Journal has been good about promoting this game and Touchdown Productions. Happy to be a part of it. And hopefully these kids will have a DVD that they can cherish for years to come. They can show the grandkids, see, look.
I really did play.
I really did play. At one time, I really could. This is back in the day. It's right now, but someday today will be back in the day.
Yeah.
And they can be telling their kids or their grandkids that, you know, hey.
We played in the rain, too.
Yeah, we played in the rain. We didn't have dome stadiums back then. Who knows what they'll have in the future, but we got it pretty good right now, I think. And there is an outside pitch, and it's Sean Tao. And was he stopped short or not? Great play over there by Xander Mishler from Golden Sierra to wrap him up. Let's see if it was enough. Very, very close. Everybody's looking at this right now.
Looks like they're going to call for measurement, Pete.
They are calling for a measurement. And so they place the down marker where the forward stake is, and then they bring the chains out. The chains have a clip on them at the yard marker that goes all the way across the field. There is a clip placed there, and they bring it out and stretch those chains. And in this case, it'll be a very long stretch. They'll bring it all the way up to the 30, and they'll stretch it, and let's see what we have here. I think he's very close. And these kids have not learned to get out of the way. Looks like it's short. And the North has been given new life. 3 minutes left in the ball game. And great tackle over there by Xander Mishler to stop that play. And he has given the North another shot to put something together here.
And being veterans of watching Coach Logan, Coach Savoy run the Bear River program, this is what they would do. They would punt even with 4 minutes left and rely on their defense to get on the ball back. Yep,
and there's the two guys, number 7 and number 1. One is Tevin Kimball. He's coming out to the near side, and his quarterback, Dylan Smith, is, I'm going to guess, going to be looking for him. He's got single-man coverage with no real safety in that area, but now the safety leaks that way. Smith rolls this way. Timble comes back, and he makes it all the way out to about the 38-yard line, or excuse me, 28-yard line. It'll be second down and about 3. 2:43 to go, clock running.
I'll tell you what, I know we keep bringing his name up, but Joe Vittoria from Galt, guy's got some wheels for a big guy.
He does. He's the outstanding defensive player of the game, in my opinion.
Well, some confusion in that North backfield. Isaac Brace, again, not out there, and I believe he banged up his knee a little bit too much to go. Michael Robinson is standing on the sideline. Let's see here. So this penalty is going to go against the North, as they had too many men on the field.
5-yard penalty, mark the ball at the 24-yard line.
Yeah, I'm looking for Isaac Brace. I don't see him anywhere on the sideline, so hopefully he's all right. He was sitting down. All right, back to pass. Fake, now another fake, now a run, and Dylan Smith is running for his life and gets outside. Did not get out. He might have gotten the first down, but the clock is still running. He did not get out of bounds. Finally, they stopped the clock, but I'm not sure why. Well, again, you know what? He was down before he went out of bounds, and But they blew the play dead after letting several seconds run off.
Good job by the South secondary of keeping the receivers covered and forcing Smith to pull the ball in and scramble.
Kimball split to the right, Dotson in the backfield with Smith. Smith looking to throw. Is grabbed, gets away, looking to throw again, pump fake, run for his life again, cuts it up the middle, runs into traffic, gets away, and finally is brought down at the 25-yard line. Clock running, 1:42, 1:41, and they have a 4th down and about 6, and Smith is a tired young man as he ran about 50 yards on that play.
Yeah. Just hoping someone will scramble open. The rule of thumb usually is when your quarterback is in trouble, all your wide receivers have 2 options. If you're running a short route, you turn and head up deep. If you're running a deep route, you turn, you start running back, and you have to run to an open hole to give him something to throw to. And that just comes with playing together for a while.
I don't think he had time to really look downfield, and now a timeout's going to be called by the South team as they want to talk it over, maybe get a few of the right guys on the field. Not sure what's going on here. Game of the week, Merry Christmas from Touchdown Productions. And you see Santa with the headset microphone there. That's all Touchdown Productions wants for Christmas is a couple more headset microphones, maybe a couple more cameras. Could probably use a play-by-play announcer,
I know what their cameramen want.
There's 8 ways to watch. Yeah, let's get some hats for our cameramen. 8 ways to watch Touchdown Productions, the NorCal Game of the Week. You can look for us on NCTV, Comcast Channel 11, Suddenlink Channel 16, Wednesdays at 8:30, Saturdays at 8 and 11, Sunday at 10 p.m., and on the net, www.nevadacountytv.org. Wave broadcast. In the Auburn area, Wave Broadband, ACTV Channel 20. There's always YouTube.com. Use your game of the week. Touchdown Productions on Facebook and the Union as well. And they all have links to these games. Back to Bass. Dylan Smith, and it's incomplete. And that is going to be it for the North All-Stars as the South takes over with 1:01 to go in the ball game, and all that remains now is a couple of kneel-down plays. Right, Brian?
Yep.
Right, Matt? Right, Matt?
That's right. And you look at the value of the extra points that the North did not convert.
I think they're going to go for it. I don't think they're going to kneel down. I could be wrong, but we'll see. Looks like they're going to go to a victory formation. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. That's the sportsmanlike thing to do, and so they take one here. They got to take one more.
And the North had 12 guys on the field.
And there was no flag, right?
No,
good.
Of course not. That's called good officiating.
I only see 11 out there now.
He ran off.
Oh, okay, good.
If we see the replay, he was reaching for something like a mouthpiece as he was running off. But it's fine.
So congratulations to really
everyone.
Mike Finnerty and Joe Davidson for a very successful All-City Classic, small school all-star football game. And it was a lot of fun. Got great participation from the players. Very enthusiastic play. I mean, these two teams wanted to win this football game. They're shaking hands now, and they made a lot of friendships out there on these teams that they played on and worked out with for a good part of 4 or 5 days. And the coaches somehow managed to get these guys organized and played a heck of a ball game. Very entertaining game. 16-12 the final score. And there you see it on our Placer title scoreboard. North got on the scoreboard first with Michael Robinson with a 3-yard run. The kick was no good. The score was 6-0 there. And then in the second period, Juwan Belair with a 13-yard run. The 2-point conversion run by Kirk was good. Gave him an 8-6 lead over the North. Then Blakely with a 30-yard pass from Smith put the North back on top, 12-8. And then it was Belair with a 4-yard run and Kirk with the extra point successful run, and made it 16-12 in the third quarter. No scoring in the fourth period, and that's your final. 16-12. All right, we'll be back in just a moment here after this word from our sponsors on Touchdown Productions Game of the Week.
Hi, I'm Jason Hommel from the JH Mint. We have boxes of silver American Eagles that people buy by the truckload to protect their portfolios from inflation. Our new X-ray F-gun can assay your gold ring in seconds. You can contact us online at jhmint.com. We have up-to-the-minute prices available in-store and online, or you can visit us in Grass Valley, down in Auburn, closer to Sacramento. You can also sign up to our email newsletter at silverstockreport.com. Inflation is picking up steam, and you need silver and gold to protect yourself from inflation. You can get silver and gold right here at JH Mint.
B&C is your neighborhood home and garden center for both builders and consumers. They carry everything you need. In their garden center, you'll find a complete nursery along with expert advice on trees, shrubs, perennials, and garden enhancements. They're open 7:30 to 6 Monday through Saturday and 8 to 5 on Sunday. So start right, start here at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center in the Fowler Center, Grass Valley.
Are you ready to buy or sell your home or property? Placer Title is your local title and escrow company located right here in the heart of Nevada County. We combine the stability of a national insurer with all the benefits of on-site title and escrow professionals. Being voted the best title company by the union readers for the past 7 years is a true testament to our local roots and unparalleled customer service. Stop by one of our 2 convenient locations, and thank you for keeping your business local.
The Hauser family reminds you if it's round, rubber, and it rolls, then you're sure to find it at Plaza Tire and Auto Service. From regular car and truck tires to small specialty tires for your trailers and golf carts, you can trust Plaza Tire has the tire for you. They stake their reputations on it every day. Plaza Tire and Auto Service. Auto repair done on your schedule, not theirs, in Penn Valley, Nevada City, and in Colfax. It's the 36 Hours of Christmas on NCTV, featuring performances by the NU Choir, the NU Band, Claude Headgate's Christmas from the Past, the Placer-Hillman Choir and Placer-Hillman Band, and Center for the Arts Winter Dance, and many, many more. It's the 36 Hours of Christmas from 12 noon till 12 midnight, only on NCTV. And of course, brought to you by Touchdown Productions, the Foothills leader in sports television. This is Gil Dominguez saying thanks a lot for tuning in tonight. And be sure to stay with us after the game as we present the Touchdown Productions Player of the Game Award, created by Stuckey Engravers. Once again, the Touchdown Productions staff will select the best player of tonight's game and award them with a plaque created by Stuckey's. It's the Touchdown Productions Player of the Game Award coming up right after this exciting sports telecast, right here on your NorCal Game of the Week. Guys, back up to you.
And you're looking at some basketball action there, and now we're going to the Player of the Game Awards. And there is the South Player of the Game, and as Brian and Matt both said, he's very much deserving of that award. Joe Vittoria from Galt High School played a great defensive game, 6'5", 253 pounds. So Joe gets the Touchdown Productions Player of the Game. Thank you, Stuckey Engravers. And the North Player of the Game is going to be somebody familiar to those who watch these touchdown broadcasts, and that is the quarterback from Bear River High School. Dylan Smith is the North Player of the Game. Dylan did a great job out there today, running away from people, throwing balls on the run, and he has done a great job for Coach Logan Savoy all year long, and he does a great job for them in this All-Star game as well, and he is named the North Division North Player of the Game. So this has been a lot of fun. Have enjoyed it. Our next telecast, we're going to be coming up the 71st Kendall Arnett Basketball Tournament at Placer, the oldest and finest tournament on the West Coast, featuring Placer, Colfax, Bear River, San Juan, El Camino, Union, Mine, Del Campo, and Wood Creek. So join Jim Adams, Paul Brown, Marty Mortensen, Ron Pucci, Scott Hopper, and Steve Sitter for all the action of this 3-day event. So look for that on this local channel. Of course, station. And K-High Radio will be broadcasting. You can listen to us on AM 950 K-High and on the web at KAHI.com. I'm Pete Dufour for Matt Folsom and Brian Combs. We want to thank you for joining us. Our executive producer is Gilbert M. Dominguez. Our titles and replay, Dan Paddock. The camera operators, big hand for them. Gerald Davenport, Ruben Polanski, and Remington King. Announcers, well, that'd be me, only my name's spelled with a small f, Brian Combs, and Matt Folsom.
That's right, Pete.
That's right. Office manager, Lynn Dominguez. She's the best. Remote facilities by the Commander 2. Technical equipment, Grass Valley, 50 years of TV innovation. Touchdowns accounting, Cinto Graziano LLP, voted Nevada County's best. Player of the Game Award, Touchdown Productions and Stuckey Engravers. And the scoreboard sponsor, Placer Title. The Commander maintenance done by Plaza Tire and Auto Service and Reeby's Auto Parts. 8 ways to watch Touchdown Productions, NCTV in Nevada County, and Auburn Wave Cable in Auburn among the two. Merry Christmas, everybody. From Touchdown Productions, the NorCal Game of the Week. Final score, the South All-Stars beat the North All-Stars by a score of 16-12. For Matt Folsom and Brian Combs and all the group at Touchdown Productions, have a great holiday season.